Welcome to Slick City Show, man. I'm Jay.
I'm G.
And I am the, what'd you call me?
The pastor.
The
You're the
narrator.
pastor.
No, she called me a
narrator.
Narrator.
She called me a narrator.
Yes.
But today, we have a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, you guys. I'm Kennedy. I'm the host of Edified Minds podcast, and I'm here today to cut up with the Slick City Show.
Okay,
Cut
listen,
it out.
you said something very, very important to my life before this. So would you like to lead us in prayer before
Oh my God.
we get into here? Just give us something solid. Bow your head. You too.
Dude, yeah.
No laughing while I'm praying.
I'm not gonna laugh. I'll.
Please close your eyes and bow your heads.
Mm-hmm.
Lord, thank you so much for bringing me here today with the Slick City Show. Lord, I pray that we talk some good stuff. I'm so excited to be here. And in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Amen.
Did you say it?
Hmm?
Did you say it?
Amen.
You say amen?
Yes.
I didn't really hear it in headphones.
I did.
All right, listen. Tell us a little about your podcast.
Yeah, so Edified Minds is really designed to help women flourish. I feel like
What does edify mean?
edify is to morally or intellectually like improve someone. So a lot of the topics I talk about is like trial and error that I've been through, women, like things that women go through in their 20s, and really just trying to like bring it back like from culture to what God says we should do. I think that a lot of women move in like that clap back type shit, and I'm with that, but I also feel like we should move in grace. And I feel like the more I clap back, I've had a lot of obstacles versus when I move in grace, I feel like my life has gone smoother. You know what I mean? So that's really what my podcast is about. It's just to help women think
good.
edified.
How do you feel about people who like refuse to like just read what the Lord says?
That's a good question. I mean, I'm really big on my faith. You know what I mean? So I
You got something to say?
I feel like this is a jab at you. That's why I didn't want to answer.
I'm gonna just be straight up. This is why I say he's a bad person. He's a bad human being because I briefed him before.
Yeah,
That's all.
I said no talk about religion.
That's all I'm saying.
So-
That's all I'm saying.
No,
He's
no.
he's morally, he's a bad person.
bad person?
He's a bad
Agreed.
person.
No.
Agreed.
I'm asking because like a lot of times,
I'm telling you, bro. Like it's crazy.
Listen, the reason I say this is because a lot of times he will say things on his podcast, but when he's in front of people that actually believe in these things, he won't say them. So that's why I asked this question, right? You led us in prayer earlier, and there was an episode we tried. I just asked him to read it.
Right.
That's it. I said read it. He refused.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked.
I mean,
him
I
about it.
seen
Not
content,
because
so
of
I didn't want
anything
to
else.
throw a jab at you.
I'm not.
Oh,
yeah,
you
I'm.
seen it.
I did so.
So how did it make you feel when you watched that?
That he's lost. He's just lost. He just needs to edify himself. That's why you should listen to the Edified Minds podcast.
Have you listened to her podcast?
I don't like him, bro. I really don't like him. I swear I don't.
He's foul.
I don't. But it's fine. No, the reason that she brought. I'm sorry. What's your friend's name?
Cheesem.
The reason that you brought Cheesem here, welcome Cheesem. The reason she brought Cheesem here was because she did not
Continue. I'm gonna let you finish.
She did not want to spaz out on anyone.
She's
So
spazzing on
that, so
you,
that
but
was
then
that was
today.
my first sign, you know, that I'm not gonna bring religion up. So you guys can continue
Did
talking
I tell
about
you
it.
that? I told you I didn't want to spaz on anyone.
Yeah.
I did say that.
You are with
Yeah.
clapback culture.
I don't. But I want to have grace. That's why
No,
I
but
don't
no,
bring it up.
I can almost guarantee that at some point tonight, and you know, this is not coming from me. It's probably not even going to come from him as well. But he is going to push you in a position tonight
It's gonna come from the narrator.
where you spaz
The narrator.
the fuck out.
You know what? You know what's crazy? I always thought about this, right? As you call me the narrator. His name is like G, right? There's a book where there's a main character with a G. There's a main character with a J.
Okay.
There's a main character with a H.
Yeah.
Right? And one of them, you know what I'm saying, really be like the narrator of the, you know what I'm saying? That's neither here nor there. We'll continue.
What book you talking about?
Huh? I don't know. It's a great book, though.
Oh.
Great guidance. But I have a question for you. Where you from?
I'm from Washington State.
What's like your ethnic origin?
Oh, I'm Nigerian.
Oh, yes! Whoa!
I'm
We're
so
looking
happy.
today. Oh, my God.
Oh,
The-
God.
oh, my. Yo,
shit.
son. We're about to have a ball. He hates Nigeria.
See now that's
he
a
said, Jones,
that's
he
whoa
said-
Clear it up, G.
Whoa.
Clear it up,
Listen,
G.
you see
Whoa.
how he-
That's why I say he's so lost. Like
Yeah.
who plays like
He
that?
says he said they sold their
Your
own
house
people
looks
like
like
sliced
I
bread.
thought you were Nigerian the way your house looks. I thought that you.
Wait, are you saying that? See, now we're getting there. Now,
American home.
whoa, whoa! Now we're getting there. Now,
So we're not gonna do that.
what do you mean that? Well, first of all, I would like to say I am not an African American. I am not African. I'm a Black American. There's a difference between a Black American and an African American.
Yeah.
Secondly,
Well, he's a Jamaican American.
half and half. Secondly, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and get into the Nigerian thing because number one, well, really the only thing, I love my penis. Okay, and the last thing, the last thing. Hold on a second. Hold on. The last thing I want is for my penis to get cut off because I was threatened with amputation online multiple times by Nigerians.
What this word means, bro?
Yes, please. But and if you could come on camera, that would be okay. That's fine.
Okay, you can just hold your mic like that way so to pick it up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, look. What does the word akata mean?
That is not a Nigerian word.
Oh, he says that means that's Nigerians. They use that as like the N word for Black Americans. That's what he
I
said.
was not aware of that.
Well, he made it up.
Is there
The
a
answer is
Nigerian
yes.
word for that term?
So there's several languages. There is several languages in Nigeria.
Okay.
Probably over 100. So I am not sure. In my language, which is Igbo, I know we don't use a term like that that I'm aware of. But
Is that IGBO?
yes, Igbo.
I'll be seeing that on Twitter.
Yeah. So yeah, I haven't heard of that.
I
I'll
heard
do some
y'all are
research
like
on
the
that.
head tribe over there.
No.
No, okay. That's
What he did just now, I'm glad you didn't answer. I'm glad you didn't, tap into that. No, I know what you're doing, but but yeah, yo, he is bad.
No,
bro.
he's sick,
Yeah, he
bro.
is. He's
He's
right.
sick.
He calls me sick. He calls you sick. This
No,
is
he's sick.
this man is
He's
sick.
sick.
He's sick.
He sits in the room
Sorry,
like this.
but
I don't.
No,
I sit
no.
and edit all day.
No,
That's all I
but
do.
when you say that this is not an African American home, well, first of all, like I said, I
That
am
was ignorant of me to say.
Yo, very ignorant.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not.
rubbing off on me.
I'm not an African.
You're rubbing off on me for sure.
She's good at that too.
Yeah, she is.
For
She
sure.
is. But what do you mean this is not a... Are you saying that African Americans, even though I'm not an African American, you see, you assumed I'm not African, but do you think that African
You say he
American...
is?
You're African American.
Okay, I'm a Black American, but do you think that African
He
Americans
thinks
can...
he's a
Hold on.
foundational Black American.
Do you think that African Americans cannot afford houses that look like this one?
Yes, we can. I grew up in it my whole life.
Gotcha. So why did you just make that statement?
Oh, because of the decor. It looks like it's African type of like theme. It doesn't look like African American.
Are you talking about like the color of the walls?
Yeah, like
The
that-
white
that art
man
right
and the
there.
white. Are you saying that Africans worship white people? Is that what
what
you're
is
saying?
That artwork back
I
there?
mean,
No,
But
but I'm saying,
It looks like African art back there.
there's a white man and a white woman right there. Are you saying that Africans
Look by
work?
the couch.
But that means you would
Look by the
worship him
couch.
too, because it's in your
It's
house.
in your house.
Look by the couch.
Oh.
That
Yeah,
looks like African art.
Yeah, where's the
I'm-
art from?
So here's the thing, right? So
You're skipping over the art by your couch.
so
It
this
looks
is
African.
this is where we shoot at.
Okay.
Okay. I have this. None of these designs in here have nothing to do with me. I did not place any of these posters here.
Not even one of
I may have.
yourself?
I may. My actually no. I posted that one up
I know
there
you
maybe
did.
in 2017.
I know you
I
did.
mean, look at that nigga, bro. Like, come on already. But yeah, I
Living
posted.
in his glory days.
Right.
Right,
In 2017.
Right. So, she's cooking right now. I'm not gonna lie, she's cooking. But I have nothing. I have nothing to do with anything.
handsome
I have nothing to do with anything up here. In terms of designs.
So at what point did you say like, "Yo, this man is lost"? When was that?
When I just saw what you said about, and I don't remember the exact clip, but just like religion, I think.
Oh,
I
he
just,
said, yeah, he said.
I just realized that like he probably doesn't read the word. That's why he's just talking. You know, sometimes when you have a podcast, people just have a podcast to talk.
Yeah.
And for my podcast, that's why I research every topic I talk about because I don't want to just hear myself talk.
Yeah.
There's so many platforms like that, and then it just makes you come off ignorant and like lost.
So she said you don't do your research.
He only does his research on other people so he can project his insecurities and judgments
Me personally,
onto them.
I know.
But there's a book that tells
I'm
you
not-
not to do that. But he won't.
And like,
read it.
I'm not feeding into it. I'm just really not. Like, she said she didn't want to talk about religion.
Right,
I
so you
won't
gonna
get
stay
into
out of
it. They can go and gaslight all they want.
Right.
But I'm fucking with the energy though. I really am. I really, cause she came to
She not
play.
hiding
She
from
came
you.
to play.
And you're not gonna reciprocate the energy.
That's a first. Usually you be coming right back.
Yeah, is he
Pause.
scared?
He might.
And I'm not. Well, she told me that she will cut my head
Maybe
off.
he has
I
one of
didn't
those.
And then
say
also,
that.
there's also,
I did not say
and then
that.
no disrespect, no
not
disrespect,
say
but
that.
there are absolutely no disrespect at all, ma'am. Please, I don't want my penis cut off tonight. I really, really don't. There's a Nigerian in the room.
Are you saying they're inherently violent?
No, but I was threatened and told that after
By her,
that.
though?
No, not her, but after the election, that there would be a Nigerian to come and cut my penis off. And I don't know if she's working for the Nigerians or whatever. But how else am I gonna beat my meat to Jem Jules and Sarah J without a penis?
So how do you feel about people who indulge in like pornographic things? You watch porn?
I used to.
But you've been delivered.
No,
I still struggle. I mean, I'm being honest.
Yes, this is the problem.
Yeah,
You weren't. No, she wasn't being honest.
DJ scratching and shit.
She wasn't being honest.
I mean, you still.
You're a freak.
No, she.
Oh, for
no,
sure. For sure. You'll watch some more. You'll see. For sure.
He's a Muslim. Disregard him. But
Oh my God.
What does that mean?
I'm trying-
Hey, come at him. I kind of all y'all come at him.
Hey, look, I'm half.
You have what?
You're just gonna let him call you say it like that?
Muslim?
No, but he said it in like a derogatory way.
Oh, well, see,
Yeah, that
I'm
was for the
enlightened
clip,
with
though,
myself. So
Oh,
I know.
so are you saying that?
I
Are you
know.
saying that you do most things for clips?
No.
Okay, gotcha. Go
But
ahead.
anyway,
Yeah.
I heard there's this like Buddhist like ritual that they do,
Oh,
right,
shit.
to reach enlightenment, right? So you eat like seeds. Why y'all scoot like that?
Oh, you said it got to be
I
close
was
together.
like-
They eat like tree stuff for like 100 days, see if their body could take it. Then they drink like 10 months, and then like for 100 days they drink like this poison ivy stuff, and then they lock themselves in a box with a bamboo stick, right? And they stay down there until they die. And then after they die, if their body doesn't like mummify, they didn't reach enlightenment. Like this is how they reach enlightenment in their religion.
What? Who does this?
I think I'm not saying this is all the Buddhist people, but it's a practice. I forgot what it's called though. Shout out Mr. Ballin. That's why I heard that story. I was like,
I have my
would
thoughts
y'all
on
ever participate in something like that?
No. No.
I have no response to that question, Hala.
What?
I have no response to that question.
I'm not a Buddhist, so I wouldn't want to be a culture vulture.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Would you ever participate in that, Kennedy?
It doesn't sound pleasing. No.
No.
So they would be young, just go down there and just kill themselves with poison.
Did you research that or did you make that up?
No, that's
told
like a
you that?
real thing. Like,
Or
but, I
somebody
mean, the
told
practice is banned now in the country, but like that is like,
Yeah, most of his research comes from Twitter.
No,
So
it
he
doesn't.
most
Right.
likely,
Right.
he most likely
No,
found. He's
it
on Twitter
does not.
all
It
day,
does not.
all
It does
night, gaslighting people. And earlier he told me to call the suicide hotline because after he said, he did. He told me that after tonight's podcast that I would need to contact 988 or 688 or whatever it is, 988 because he was gonna cook.
I know, I seen it. I read it. I was like, retweeted it.
You're horrible.
Yeah, he's a bad person.
I was saying that so he can tell people about these things because he said he struggled with things in his life, right?
That's
And
why I
this
don't
would be
get
a
on Twitter.
platform to like what? That's why you don't go on Twitter.
That's why I don't get on Twitter. I literally don't get on Twitter, not just because people don't retweet what I say, but
Are you saying you're not interesting?
they don't care about what I have to say for some reason. But on top of that, it's like everybody just has an opinion. I don't really care about people's opinions.
Yeah.
Do you guys just like, you guys get what I'm saying? Like in this culture, like everyone has something to say.
Why you have Instagram?
But I like to look at people, but I don't like people's opinions. Twitter is like all these words, what you think.
Got you.
I don't care what you think. We all think something,
Yeah.
but it's like people turn thoughts into facts.
Yeah, they do.
So don't you think you turn thoughts into facts on your podcast?
No, I'm telling you my experience. I'm telling you what I've learned. I'm giving you trial and error from me. I'm giving you
So
also
the factual
the
in your
word,
life.
which you don't obviously believe in, but that's also what I talk about as well. Things written scripture.
I mean, it's not that he doesn't believe it; he just never looked into it.
What do you mean? I've 11 years in the church.
He counts the first 11 years of his life as I was in the church. Like he really understood what was going on. He's never revisited since then. So he has a lot of misconceptions about what it means.
But you weren't listening then, right? Like
I was
when you were
listening.
11.
I was listening.
You didn't even listen
You-
to
you-
school.
you guys-
had bad grades. You said that.
Yeah, I did.
No, this is wild. He
Like,
did
so
say that,
what,
though.
what made me
He
think
did
you
say
was
that.
learning in church?
Oh, are these your friends?
But it's
Look,
it's
you
tough
gotta be
love.
hey,
You got it's tough love.
He told me to be brutally honest with my
Yeah,
friends. Okay,
for sure.
That's
You
what
got
he told
to.
me,
You
right?
got to. You got to. Because if you're not, the world gonna be brutally honest, and they gonna be mad at you for not telling them.
Well, this is a I'm not sure whose side you're gonna be on.
I'm
here.
on.
I'm not sure. Well, typically you're on Hala's
No,
side.
no.
Except for that other day.
What?
Except for that other day.
When I was coming,
Do you refer to your female friends as the B word?
Oh my god.
Oh, you don't? Good. one.
See, so I wouldn't call her one.
Okay.
Okay, I'm lying. Sometimes I do.
Oh, then I
but
would
we're
be like-
drunk. But if we drink and we have a good time, it's like, oh, bitch. But most of the time, it's like, hey, girl, hey, sis.
Nigga,
It's a lot of
you better brace yourself.
So now,
she's about to cook you.
The fact that you said that.
Yeah.
Now, if he refers to you as the B word for the rest of this podcast, would you accept that because you let your friends do it sometimes?
I know it sounds contradicting, but like it's just different when a guy says it because he's trying to be funny. He's not being like.
It's almost like
it's
when
not
white people use
genuine.
the N-word.
But
Yeah.
what if
It's not
your
genuine.
environment growing up was bitches are bitches.
But you gotta
Niggas
respect
are
the people
niggas.
in front of you.
But if she said she didn't like me calling her, I wouldn't call her one.
Unless her friends called her.
And then when I hear her friends calling her, then that's off the table. Nobody should be calling you a bitch.
I agree.
You
I
feel-
know it's contradictory.
That's a
No,
second. That's a
but
second.
then is it fine for him to call you that though?
No, if I don't like it, no.
And-
Some girls are okay to call him a bitch, but I'm
course.
not that bitch.
There you go. But
I'm not that person.
But it would you would be contradicting yourself. Now, if you're okay with the contradicting,
No, there is no contradiction.
I know it's
No,
I'm
if
okay for you to do this. I'm not okay for you to do this. I have the
Contradicting.
right to do that.
You
That's
let
not- she does.
you let black people call you nigga, but you don't let white people call you nigga,
yeah,
do
because
you?
they niggas.
Who?
My black people.
And what is she?
So hold up.
She
Define.
No, hold
no.
up.
I need him to
Yeah,
define niggas. What does that mean?
define niggas.
Define that.
Well, the root word is ignorance, but
Oh, so you're calling your fellow
everybody
blacks ignorant.
in the world is
You're calling-
ignorant.
so-
Wait, everybody in the world is ignorant.
But-
So I call white people a nigga too.
No,
but
no.
they don't let them call me a nigga because I'm not ignorant to them.
This is
That's
exactly
demeaning
this
because
is
of
exactly
slavery.
what you said. He said you don't let white people call you nigga.
Yeah.
Right? And he asked why. And you let black people do it, and you said because they're niggas.
Yeah. Oh,
Which
you're saying
means
'cause
white
they're
people aren't
women.
Niggas. There's another part when
Yeah.
you say things, you also say other things too. So when you said yeah, they're niggas, you were saying white people aren't niggas.
Yeah.
Right? So black people are ignorant to you, but white people aren't. Is that
No,
what you're saying?
Everybody's ignorant to me.
Then why didn't you say white people
I
are
called
niggas too?
no. The phrase was, "Can they call me one?" No, I called them one.
But
No.
can we really compare the two though? Like, okay, for example, calling each other bitches. I know it's wrong, right? And like I said, I tried to stop. But white people called us niggas because they were like lynching us, raping us, killing us.
Why
So
did they
they're
call
saying
women
it to be
bitches? Why did
funny.
men call women bitches?
Because they be getting mad off of
Were they
random
not doing the
shit.
same thing to the women?
I guess
That's why they were doing it,
It
right?
was degrading.
So if we're going off,
Wait.
if
So you saying the bitch word for the root word for calling
Into the
women
mic,
bitches?
into the mic.
I'm sorry, the root word for calling women bitches because we was raping, hanging them, and killing them.
People were
No,
oppressing
no.
women.
But
Yes,
even
they
if we go back to the definition he just used, you said the definition of nigga is ignorance. The definition of bitch is female dog. So you think that all women are
They be
female
barking
dogs?
in my fucking ear about some bullshit like some bitches. That's why I call them bitches. You want me to say it again?
All of them?
Now you think I'm the bad person at the table?
That's fine.
No.
That's fine. But that's fine. You can be enjoying your day. Your girl could just get. We ain't had a fight in a long time. I'm about to be a bitch
My
and
girl
just start
doesn't
yelling.
do that.
I ain't
I
saying
would
your
never.
girl. I'm saying most women have this in them.
Well, hold on. What
Yes.
are they?
Wait. Yes.
Wait, Jay, what do
most
they-
of y'all bitches be doing it.
Jay, what do they do though? Tell me what they do. What
They
are they?
try to aggravate you and make you have a bad day just cause for the fun of it, for their mental game. Now, I'm a nonchalant ass nigga.
Can you look
Yo,
into the
so-
camera and answer this question though? Is your mother a bitch? Into the camera. Eyes up, glasses off. all right?
Every woman.
No.
Is your mother a bitch?
Is my
that
mother
tries
a
to
woman?
ruin your day?
Oh, she has moments where she turns up for no reason.
Can you say, "Mom, you're a bitch"?
I love my mother.
Can you say, "Mom, you're a bitch"?
I love my mother.
Can you just say it?
No, just be consistent.
I
here.
will
Yeah,
never
be consistent.
Be consistent.
Oh, I'm consistent.
So are you
But
gonna be?
about my mother, about my mama, my grandmama, and my sister, I start slaving.
I love how you switch.
Oh,
your
so
energy.
there is.
Oh, for
So
sure.
you can justify certain people doing.
They
things,
still have bitch moments,
but are they bitches?
but
But they're the only.
every woman got a bitch in them. I'll say that.
Out
Every
of
single woman
but
got a
but
bitch
out of
in them.
4 billion women in this world, those 3 women are the only women that are not definitively bitches to you. is what
I
you're saying.
said they have bitches in them, or yeah, they have a bitch in them, and they have moments where they expose that.
Expose what?
They're the bitch inside of them.
Lost.
I think we all.
I'm
try-
lost. No, that's the problem. Y'all are trying to be it's a safe place for everybody. Oh no, they're not bitches. They don't have bitch tendencies.
No, okay,
This,
so
that, and the third.
this is not a safe place for your mother right now. Can you look into the camera?
I will
and say,
never.
"Mom,
That's now.
Mom, mother."
Are you
Listen,
saying you're catering your beliefs for your mother?
Hey, what'd you say on Twitter? If it goes to my agenda, I'm gonna switch it up for sure. I'm gonna switch it up
I
for
think we
sure.
all just try to switch negative things to make them positive. Like, you know how, like, okay, black people are called nigga, but we call each other nigga as
Yeah.
like a way of endearment. It's the same
Correct.
thing with the bitch term. Like, it's like we're trying to switch it to something positive when at the end of the day, it's wrong.
If you don't think
You know
you a
what I
bitch, don't get offended by it. When white people call me nigga, now the first reaction I might be like, but I'm gonna talk to them. I don't like being called that. And if they disrespect that, then it's a problem.
But what if
I can call, huh?
So when he says,
But you
Gerald
call-
calls you a nigga, so you shouldn't let anybody call you that. Then what's your?
Gerald's a nigga. You're a nigga
So
too. You just can't call me one.
He's ignorant.
Yeah, we're all ignorant.
So
We don't
why
know
can't-
everything.
So the white guy who called you nigga, he's ignorant too, right?
Yeah,
So
he's
why
a nigga
can't
to me, but he can't. I'm not his nigga.
This is
So
That's a bar. You think about it.
no. So
That's a bar.
you're my nigga. I own you.
No. We niggas. We niggas. We in a group of niggas.
Okay.
We all niggas in the world. Niggas, right? But I'm not your niggas. You not my nigga. You my dog. But you a nigga.
So he's a male bitch.
No, what? No. I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. That didn't come out my mouth. I didn't say bitch. I said nigga.
And then what?
Huh?
Nothing.
dogs.
Nothing.
Yeah, no. Women have in scenarios where they bark a lot, they talk a lot, they do a lot of shit just to irritate you.
So
That's
how
what
has
dogs
dating
do.
been for you?
Yeah, let's just move off of this, please.
Good.
So what would you say like majority of the
Did you
people?
just mock me? What did you say?
No, I ain't mock you. I'll tell you if I mock you. I ain't mock you.
Okay.
What did he do?
No, he mocked you.
I thought
I
that
heard him mock you.
What I do?
I heard him do it.
Horrible
What'd he do?
instigator.
I didn't hear him.
Horrible.
He mocked you.
Maybe
Hey,
I'm tweaking.
How- why
roll the
would you?
clip
Why
back.
would you do that?
Roll the clip
Maybe
back.
I'm just
What
double
I do?
checking.
Why would you mock her just now?
What I do?
Like,
G?
that's fucking
See the
disrespectful.
projection. I was a bad person.
Like-
you heard it.
No,
What I
like
do?
I would. Me personally, I would never let nobody mock me like that. Fucking disrespectful ass nigga, boy.
So do you like? Cause like you said, there's a lot of women who do like the clapback rhetoric, but there's also the like men ain't. You know what I'm saying? Is that your experience?
I've never thought like all men ain't shit. You know what I mean? I've never thought like that. But I mean, I've had like good relationships. I've had like 2 bad relationships. So for the most part, I love. You know,
How many good ones?
maybe like 3 good ones.
Okay.
Like 1 really bad one, like just unhealthy. But I allowed it to happen. You know, so I just feel like for me, when it comes to dating, I take a lot of accountability. I can't be a victim. It's not always the guy's fault. You know what I mean? So that's how I deal with dating, and that's why my dating experience has been getting better. It's been getting better.
So would you say that one relationship was toxic?
Which one?
The bad one.
Yeah, on both ends. Yeah.
On both ends, what'd you do that was toxic?
I let him keep cheating and just stay because I was so desperate at the time. You know,
Like what do you think played into your mental state for you to like let him do those things?
it felt good to have a boyfriend. He was playing football, you know, just being desperate, you know, like, oh, I might as well just stay for the perks, you know. But that was my fault too.
That was high school?
Oh, college.
What college did you go to?
Kennesaw State.
Oh, I used to be out there all the time.
Yeah.
Shout out Kennesaw.
Kennesaw got
The
some
Blake-
good parties.
They do.
For
But they
sure.
always get shut down.
Yeah, they do. They
But
do.
the white ones don't.
Of course, that's why you gotta have white friends and start bringing the niggas with
Why-
you.
wait,
over
why-
there in
why-
Kennesaw,
Oh, I don't know about Kenneth. Look, I'm new. I'm in California, all right?
I'm not gonna say
I don't know
which
nothing about
parties they were, which demographics,
Yeah.
but there's meth at those
Yeah,
parties.
but
I'm gonna stay with
meth?
the hookah and weed
Did
parties.
you say
right?
methamphetamine?
Hey, that's
That
what they
was
got
what
over
you
there.
said.
That's what I heard. That's it. You
Why
know
don't
what
the
I'm
white ones get shut down? Why do the ones with all the blacks get shut
saying? Well,
down?
because they're probably.
No, I'm not. I know.
nearby
Hold
the-
on. We see this is the problem.
Go
You
ahead,
did the
go
same
ahead,
thing
go
in the
ahead,
Miller
go ahead,
interview.
go
You did the
ahead,
same fucking thing. Why don't the
We'll get
black?
your
Why
ass.
don't the blacks get shut down? Why do the black ones
How
get
your
shut down?
eyebrows be touching like that? When
I
you
don't
talking?
fucking know. I don't know. That was actually a pretty good one. I'm not gonna lie. That was good.
On a serious
Go
note,
from
the
Jussie
police out there
Smollett
for
to
real.
Anthony Davis, real quick.
Jussie Smollett.
Crazy.
Jussie Smollett. Wow.
Boy. All right, my bad.
All right.
Go ahead.
This is what I'm talking about.
Sorry, that's right.
That's what I'm
No,
talking
no, no,
about.
no. Keep going.
Oh, see?
She's having a what? She loves the. No, she loves. Like I said, me personally, I would never let nobody mock me like that. The amount of disrespect that you just took from this man just now
Oh, no, that's
is crazy. And you're laughing at him coming at me like that. Hey, look. No, it's totally fine. Totally fine.
pause.
The Jussie Smollett. Like what?
You agree? You agree with that?
No, I don't.
No, I think she agrees.
I just meant from his manicured eyebrows that are separated to Anthony Davis
They
together.
are perfectly
like,
arched. That's
Yes,
strange.
they are. It runs in the Bunkum household.
African Americans have.
I'm not an
perfectly
African.
arched eyebrows.
I'm not an African. I am a black. No offense to Africans. No offense. Once again,
Better be careful.
I want to beat my meat tonight, nigga. Okay, I was like, you know, I don't want no smoke with these niggas. All right, but damn, what was I asking? Why do the black parties get shut down and not the white ones?
Because the police are low key racist out there. That's why.
Is it low key or high key?
I thought it was low key.
Okay, so what do you think about black people that become cops?
It depends on why they want to become a cop. Do they want to help or do they want to project like how you sometimes project?
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, that's another P word. We said.
This is what Holla said. This is what Holla said.
No, P word is fine. We use a ton of P words here. You want to use
project
projecting?
too,
That's fine.
I project too?
He projects. I
project my goodness on
No,
people.
no, there's
I
a-
give
there-
the benefit of the doubt when I shouldn't.
There's a G word for Holla. We'll get to him one. As a matter of fact, we'll get to it right now. There's a G word for him. It's called gaslighting. That's what he does. There's a difference between.
You think I gaslight?
For sure. He's done it about
He's
6
a
or 7
culprit.
times
Yeah,
during
no,
this interview
for
already.
sure.
Well, hold on, what did I gaslight about?
We had an entire listen, Kennedy. I'm just gonna be real with you, okay?
What?
Shout out to Scoops Asian Express, Sugarloaf Parkway.
Yes, sir.
We went there before this podcast.
Yep.
Sat down. You guys had lunch. I didn't eat. I'm just feeling a little bit under the weather.
Yeah.
I briefed these niggas.
He told me that.
I told him. I said, nigga, she's bringing her friend because her friend's gonna be able to keep her calm. She told me she does not want to talk about religion. I told him that.
Because why though? She gets defensive about her religion, right? So if I talk to her about religion and I agree with her, there's nothing for her to get defensive about, right?
About what?
I didn't say I get defensive about my
I see
religion.
he's gaslighting. That's what he's doing.
That's not what he said.
No, I didn't. I did not say defensive. I did not say defensive. Come on.
Jay.
Come on.
I
Yo,
did not
Jay's
know
gonna
that.
quit. Jay's notorious for lying. He's gonna lie. He's gonna lie for the proof. He's gonna lie for
So
you.
you
still
all
waiting for
had
the proof.
This like feeling about me before I even got
Feeling?
here.
No.
Hold on. Why do you?
That's why you didn't hug me outside. At
No, is he not?
No,
No.
listen, hold on. Wait. Let me explain
This is
myself.
crazy.
Listen.
And I'm
Yo,
like,
you called her a bitch?
I hug her.
Wait, listen.
Wait, you
Listen to this.
called her a
Listen to
bitch?
this.
Listen,
See,
because as a guy, right, I don't want to assume women that I don't know I'm just gonna hug.
Exactly.
Because people are weird out here.
Yes.
Right? I am if I know you or if I know somebody who know you, like if I was introduced to you off of somebody that I know, I would have hugged you. Okay. But you don't know me from a can of I could be a weirdo. And girls do experience weirdos. So I just rather be respectful till certain lines are met. You know what I'm saying?
I had to make sure that it wasn't because he said I was defensive. Nobody wanted to hug me.
No, but I'm about to ask
if you
I'm
want to
about to ask
hug,
you
just
something.
say you want to hug.
No,
I
sit
did
down,
say
sit
that.
down.
And guess what happened?
Sit down.
You got a hug.
You did give me a hug.
Come on now, you know the truth.
Of course you can.
So if you didn't say she gets defensive about her religion, why did you say we shouldn't bring up religion?
Because it was her request. It was her request. Did you, Kennedy?
It was my request.
It was her request,
But
and
I
I
didn't say
told
it
her.
'cause I get
No, but
defensive.
he's what he's doing
He
right
did
now.
say he gets
What he's doing right now is he's lying. He's lying, and it's not in like.
Why are you
Actually,
lying?
actually,
I'm not.
actually.
I'm telling the
truth.
I was about to say it may not be malicious, but it actually is malicious. It is malicious. He knows what he's doing.
No,
I did not
he
say.
told me you listen. You're sitting,
Bro, you were sitting there at the table, bro.
I said
The
he's
word
diabolical.
defensive never came out of my mouth, bro.
Wait, what did you say?
I said she does not want to talk about religion. I'm just letting y'all know that.
Why?
What do you mean?
You
I said
because after that?
no.
lying.
I'm not.
I would tell you to swear, but you don't believe in nothing. So
You're like,
Hey,
yo,
swear on Gerald
yo,
Buncombe.
Yo,
Put
you're.
your life on that.
Like I said, I don't typically swear, but you're a bad person, bro. I'm telling you,
You didn't say that?
No. I told you that she does not want to talk about religion,
Why?
bro. Because it was her request.
But why? And you said because she feels what way about her religion?
I see the defensive word never came. He's doing
I
a
don't know what to
great.
believe.
No, you're doing a great job right now, bro.
Wallahi,
No,
alright?
no.
Oh, now you bust up? What the hell?
I'm gonna tell you exactly what he said.
It's some bullshit.
He has to
No.
be like some. No. You gotta be. He has to be some type of genie, bro. Because he told us, bro. Hey, I may not be quoting
Go
it
ahead.
correctly.
Say it.
Are you comfortable with this conversation we're having right now?
Let's just do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
He told me. He said, she better not walk in here with a cross.
He did
That's
say
what he
that.
said.
Hey, I'm not a snitch.
Hold on. I'm about
I
to.
promise. Is what I'm talking about. He's a bad
Hold on.
person.
Look, we on the same.
Wait.
Listen.
Episode 13, nigga. Rich? What? Go ahead.
I said I believe in the Bible, right?
But you say you're not a Christian.
You
though.
said
Where in
you
the
take
book
the
does it tell you
logic.
to be a Christian? Okay then. Anyway, so back to what we were talking about. This is the line. Now that he told his story, I'm gonna tell mine. Right? We sit down. He's like, "Yo, holla. I need you. I'm feeling sick. I need you to go in on her." No, you want to tell the whole story? See, this is why people don't want to tell the truth. Because I'm going to tell the whole truth. And we're going to see who's actually the bad person.
He's lying. Yo, all right, hold on. What actually happened, right? No, wait, no.
Oh, so you don't want to tell it?
No, I'll tell her what happened. I'll tell it. So what happened was, you.
Be careful.
So,
Be careful.
no, I'm careful.
Better tell the whole
I'm
story.
careful.
Bring people on your podcast
No.
to go in on them.
No. So what happened was, well, we.
Like you guys are lame as fuck.
So what happened? Let me show you what happened. What?
What do you want to show me?
What do you got?
Show me.
No, I want you to tell
What
the
is
story
that?
first. This.
Oh.
And then I'm going to tell her about the conversation that went on after that. So do you want to do this or do you not want to do this? Do you want to tell the truth?
Go ahead.
You want to tell the truth?
Go ahead.
This is why I'm very toxic.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
How is this crazy?
This is crazy.
I don't endorse toxicity.
This is crazy.
I don't either.
Didn't think I was on here for that.
We're here
Stop
for
lying.
I endorse
You don't.
toxicity.
Yes,
This is-
you gaslight all on Twitter.
He's doing it right
Oh,
now.
God, I hate you, troll.
This is
That's
crazy.
toxic.
This is crazy.
What was the definition of trolling?
I told him though. I said I would like for you to go in today because I don't think she watched any of the episodes.
No, that's not why you said that.
I did.
Because you said she low key tried to tell us what to do. That's what you said.
Oh.
Do you want to do
No,
this? Do
she
you wanna
said
do
that.
it?
She said that. No, she said that.
You said
She said
you
that.
said I need you to go in today because she low key tried to tell us what to do. Like we don't
See,
know
now,
what we're doing.
no,
And
you're
you know what's so crazy?
you're misquoting.
I can show you that I said I'm not trying to tell you how to
she's
run your
mis-
podcast.
she's
I
mis-
have the message. He screenshot and sent it to me.
I
You called me and said it.
screenshot. No. See, now you're lying. The reason I screenshot the message is because those are the topics that she wanted to go over.
Wow.
So what
That's
happened when you
why.
called me?
And
That's
you told
why.
me to give you topics though.
Whoa.
Shake my hand. You know,
Wait.
bury him.
No,
Please.
she's
Show
talking
me.
about
Show me.
on the phone.
Because she was like, why does she think we don't know what we're doing? That's what he said.
No, hold on. No, he's lying. Let me show you what happened. Because he was on the phone with Sheik. I said that to him, and he said that, no, I just hate when people try to tell us what to do. And then Sheik was like,
That's
you should.
not true.
Yes, bro, call Sheik.
Can I read what I hear? What I see?
Bro, he's lying, bro. He's lying.
Totally not trying to tell you what to talk about, but these are some topics I enjoy and I really get to hear men speak
Bro,
about
this
them.
man is crazy.
He said,
bro, he's crazy. He's
feel
evil,
free
bro.
to bring these topics up at any point during the episode.
Yeah, I got yes, but he's.
That's why his number's not saved.
What he's doing?
Not
Okay,
not
hold up,
want
hold up.
to.
Hold up. So let me finish the conversation.
Oh, please don't do that.
I thought you reached
listen,
out to
listen.
me.
No, you reached out.
No. I said I should, but then you reached out to me saying, "Hey, come through." But I said I should. I originally said I should.
Yeah, that's
said
fine.
that.
And I'm glad you're here.
No, look, and I defended you earlier about that, right? So earlier, he
No,
was
my
like,
problem with him is that he's not admitting to what he said. Sheik was like, no, you should take what she's doing, and he was like, no, I just hate when people try to think that try to tell us what to do and don't think we know what we're doing. That's exactly what he said, bro. He's lying. He's lying, bro. I was on the bro.
But anyway, let me
Hey,
tell
what you be saying Omar be doing? He said he
I
pandering.
totally wasn't trying to do that, by the way. I wasn't trying to.
I didn't think that.
Holla, you didn't say that.
We believe you. You know what I'm
I
saying?
said it. I said totally not trying to.
If you got it on text, hey.
Kennedy.
Now he has to explain. Jay, listen. Earlier, you remember a couple podcasts ago, he said, you sent me something in the private messages that you didn't send to the group. Because why? Okay, so now explain to me. Hold up. Now explain why you sent the screenshots to me and not
We called about scheduling. I called him about because there was a shorty that Sheik sent.
Well, why would you not send it?
There was a shorty that sent that Sheik sent for scheduling.
So are you a hypocrite?
I don't like to do this.
And you can call you hypocrite. No, but here's the thing. You're feeding into what he's saying right now.
I know, but listen. But you did
For that message for sure. You can call hypocritical if you want to. That's fine. But what he's doing though, he knows why we were on the phone. Sheik sent a shorty to my Instagram to try to schedule. So I called and said, "What does he think about that?"
Okay.
That's what and then I sent him what Kennedy sent.
Got you. But he trying to act like he was like,
he's not going over the full thing.
He told me to go in earlier. He said I need you to go in today.
That is true.
So what did you need me to go in for?
I didn't see when you say go in, right? When you say go in, What I meant was basically like make the podcast interesting. That's what I meant.
By how?
However,
these are some toxic people.
He's like, no, Kennedy, he said, and this is getting wild.
He went from pimp to a simp.
You can say that. He called it. He said, if you come in here with a cross, he's gonna go crazy. That's what he said.
Listen, I wanted to because
this is wild. Look, this is nuts.
Because he's been on this Holland's a bad person campaign.
This is nuts.
So I wanted to hype him up to think I was gonna do his deeds, so he could get on here and try to hop on it.
You were gonna. So that's why you did that?
Yeah,
You're lying. He's lying. This nigga is crazy. It's wild, bro.
We have to tell the truth.
Bro, I'm done.
Okay,
now that
bro.
Listen.
So we get there, we get this scoops. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man. She said, don't talk about religion because she gets defensive about religion and blah blah. So in my head, I'm like, well, me and her believe in the same thing, so I can't see her getting defensive, right? So I'm gonna bring it up. The only way she'll get defensive is how I start the podcast. When you say, let's pray, I said, okay, cool. And this nigga started quaking over there because he doesn't believe in none of this stuff, right? So he really played himself, and I let him do it. That's all.
We were walking out of Walmart. Nigga, you about to see both sides today. She's about to get cooked.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
And he was happy to see you get buried for him to be the one that's under the dirt. That's what happened.
And that's the problem is your assumptions.
Oh my God.
I've been saying this for like a couple of days now. He's a bad human being, and you're seeing why right now. Because a lot of stuff that he's accusing me of is just not true. But whatever. I don't have nothing to say, bro.
Because you know I'm telling you.
You're not telling the truth, bro. You lied like 5 straight times just now. You did.
You didn't say she was defensive?
No, that word never came out of my mouth. I said that she's religious, and we were at the table. Y'all were eating y'all food.
Non-religious.
I said.
You're non-religious?
I mean, I love
You're
God,
right with
but
God.
I don't think that I have to be called religious. Like, it seems like people try to make it into a negative connotation. Oh, you're religious. What does that mean?
Well, he's
I
trying to
love
say
God.
you're lying.
I'm a woman
Listen,
of God.
listen.
I walk in my faith. What's wrong with that?
Do you see how he's trying to call you a liar now?
I don't.
Maybe
I
that
don't
liar
like
and he even tried to call Jay a liar. So maybe it's projection.
I don't like this.
Because he done got caught in a couple lies.
This is I caught you in a few lies, bro. Keep going, bro. This is crazy.
I would never be back on this show because you're talking shit about your guests.
The fact
I
that
thought you were kind.
but the fact that you're even making it seem like it's the way it is just wild to me, bro. But
What?
keep going.
That is how it is.
No, it's not. No, it's not, bro.
He said, I feel sick. I'm not going to be able to go crazy this episode. I need you to carry it. I need you to do
No, I did.
You tried to
No,
use
the
me
carry.
like a
You just said carry.
Yeah. You did.
Nigga, we were at the table. I said, bro, I
Didn't
didn't.
earlier he say carry the podcast too again?
Like why? But why are you making up?
That.
Why are you making up words?
But
though?
you just admitted that you said carry the podcast 3 minutes ago.
When did I say carry?
3 minutes ago, you just said carry like you did 2 hours ago.
I said the word carry.
Yes.
Okay, when you look back at the podcast, you see I didn't say the word carry.
Then what are we gonna do with that?
So you're trying to say?
What are we gonna do?
So
with
are you trying to say that I say that I carry the podcast?
No, you told me I'm gonna have to carry the podcast.
No, I did not. Like
because you were sick,
bro.
You didn't
You're
say that?
lying, bro. You're lying. Okay. It's crazy. I never. When did I say that, Hala?
I'm done arguing with.
No. But I'm saying I want to know when I said that though, because now you're lying.
I'm not.
You are no.
I'm not in it.
I want to know when I said that though. I want to know when I said that.
After watching.
Did I say that?
You said,
But did I say carry? And this is the problem, bro. The nigga's lying, bro. The nigga's lying.
Here we love P words. Projection, that's him.
This is crazy.
You triggered him on purpose, and you did well.
Yeah, thank you. You know what I'm saying? He thought he had a minion in his
corner.
No. What were they called? He thought I was his little
No,
disciple running
no,
after
but
him.
no, but
That's what he
the
thought.
no, but the
But if
prop,
you read the book, I already knew
no,
what
no,
he was
no,
doing.
but that, but no,
You're sick for that.
no, but even then, I told him, but he's bad because I told him, I said, yo, don't bring up religion. That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean why? Because that was her request. That was her request. I wasn't gonna bring it up. You did, so you're the reason for this conversation right now. That's your fault.
Well, since
That's
you're
your fault.
you said since you're born
I
again,
this
do you be
lying
fucking?
shit is crazy, yo.
No.
Oh, okay.
So you're a virgin?
No, you said since I'm born again.
Yeah. Do you be fucking?
Not anymore, but yeah, I did.
So when's the last time you fucked?
Like last year.
Oh, I thought you were about to say last night. I was
When-
saying that's
when,
not
like,
born
last
again.
year?
Like, I don't know, early last year. I try not to make that a
Oh,
thing.
no, I'm not trying to say it because my band is is starving out here. Right? So
I was talking about beating his meat. I'm like, where's your vagina? Like, where do you get the cooch? But it's not good for you to do that anyway.
Do what?
I'm celibate, but I gotta just lower my blood pressure right now because he's not gaslighting, he's blood pressure lighting. Go ahead.
Okay. So like, back to the dating thing. You know what I'm saying? Do you think you said your more recent relationships have been the positive ones?
Yeah.
Well, like what changed? Like what were you able to see like differently in like choosing partners as you like went on?
I have to believe who people say they are. I think men, you guys do a really good job of like, let's say like, okay, you know the neighborhood hoe, right? Yeah, you may still smash her, but you know, like I probably shouldn't be with her because I know about her past. And I think a lot of the times women were like, oh, I'm special. He'll be different with me. Yeah. And I think that I had to learn, like I can't move like that. I have to go off your pattern. Not to judge, but that's just how I started looking at it. Like just being responsible for my decisions. Instead of saying, oh, niggas ain't shit. Well, how am I choosing them? Yeah. Because the common denominator is me.
Like what were some of the like attributes of those men besides like the ones who like might maybe still be out here smashing and stuff like that? Like, was it like the people who took initiative? Like, you didn't really chase after them more? Like, what was it?
What was it for? Say that again?
Like, what were like some of the like traits that you've seen in people? Like the actual actions. Like, this person does this. Like, for example, people who like care, like whose family is important to them, like who care about what their family think or have some relationship with their family. That's like a trait. I know some people like, I don't give, you know what I'm saying? I don't care about my family, blah, blah, blah. You know, they don't really care what anybody thinks. And especially anybody because they don't care who the people who raised them think. So like that was one of the traits. Is there any like particular traits that you felt?
That I like?
Or strayed away from, either one?
Traits I stray away from is like selfishness. People are just all about them. It's always about them. Traits I like: ambition, man of God, honesty, communication. Even if I'm not gonna like it, just tell me the truth. Give me a choice to stay or go. You know.
True.
So,
honesty is a big thing.
I really feel like that's a big thing. Yeah. But I don't know why guys. No, that's not. All guys don't get afraid. I think a lot of guys are honest. Like, hey, I'm just trying to do this and that. But give me a choice to say.
I think they say that, but low key, people will say like, like I'm just trying to do this and that. But when you do this and that, then it's like, why are you over there with that person? And then if you question them, like, I thought you said you were just trying to do this and that. Right. Like, you don't got to pretend to be macho machismo, man. Like, you could say you have feelings. It's okay. Yeah. Right. I think people who express their feelings, like, I think it's okay to say, like, I want to be in love with people. I think so many people are like, I don't care about nothing. Right. I don't care about a lot of things, but that doesn't mean I don't care about the thing. I don't care about going through the emotions that would cause me. That's what I mean when I say I don't care. Yeah. Like, so if somebody like, I'm trying to think of something. Like if somebody lies, right? And I don't really care when people lie to me because like I can go through that emotion and just remove myself out that situation, right? So I don't care that people lie. I just know where to place myself after that. Yeah. But I do care about lying though. But it causes me emotion, but yeah.
I mean, I had to do the work. Like, I don't know. I don't really complicate relationships. You know how, like, you have conversations where girls just want to go back and forth with you or guys want to go back. I just feel like we should be good people, just love each other. I don't want anything from you. You shouldn't want anything from me. If we vibe, we vibe, you know? I feel like we're in an age where, like, women want the money. We want this and that from you. You guys want us to have fat asses. You guys want it for us to do all this shit for you. Let's just, like, connect off of vibes. I don't complicate relationships. I mean, tell me, Jay, do you feel like relationships are complicated now?
Hell yeah. See, my thing is, too, it's like, ain't nobody part of the plan for me. Like, my plan. Like, if you're going to be my team, we got to, you know what I'm saying? You tell me your plan, I'll tell you my plan. Let's see if it works out. If we got the same ideas, we'll follow it. If not, go our separate ways, or we'll just fuck. I don't know. But, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's not nothing.
I had a question on my list. Can I ask it?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Are you comfortable with that?
I'm okay with
It
that.
ties into this question.
Nahal, are you comfortable with that? Because I know you didn't want her to go over her questions.
Okay, I'm not trying to take over I just want to ask.
No. He doesn't think you know what you're doing if you ask a question. But I want you to ask it though, please.
I think it's a good question.
I thought all your questions were.
No, you didn't.
Oh, this isn't what you told me on the phone. But go ahead.
Okay, on a serious note though, when it comes to dating, what traits do you wish that women would mimic that men do? Like, what do you wish that we would pick up instead of us just trying to pick up like fuck of this, fuck of that? What could we mimic that actually would make things easier that men do?
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I think people who look at men and women are different are already playing the wrong game, right? I'm attracted to women, but as far as the traits they possess, there's not a man trait or a woman trait to me. If we can communicate, that's it. Like, if we have good communication and morals and principles are aligned with each other, that's it. Everything else is like, of course, you may do things that bother me, like
barking your ear, like he said, being a bitch.
Listen,
you know what I mean? Do men barking ears?
When I have my relationship as a teammate, I don't argue in my relationships.
Same.
We may communicate,
I don't argue. I just tell the bitch to get the fuck out of my face.
But see, like, obviously, but do you think like her emotion that she feels in that moment is valid though?
Yeah, it's valid. I listen to it, but if it's something of we've been over it 10 times, why are we even arguing about it if I still do it
But
wrong?
if there's a reason she's still arguing about it, that means there's something that's not fixed there, right?
Correct.
So don't you
but
think
I use if we're talking about that situation, those never continue to happen. It's like one scenario and it's done, or it's not done at exactly the right time. And I have a schedule, just like I ain't gonna say nothing, but like,
no, go ahead.
No. Just like she's not. It'll be not she. I don't have a she right now, but if nigga, no, it's solo. No, I'm saying no. I'm saying ain't no woman in my life right now. Like I'm a solo dolo.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. Hey, brother.
I
know we're in Atlanta, but that's not me.
You be wanting to claim Atlanta so bad.
No. Wait.
What's wrong with Atlanta?
I was born out here.
I'm saying,
California.
Are y'all saying there's a lot of gay people in Atlanta?
Yo, your blood pressure is still too high to make good jokes continue.
Continue with Kennedy's question. I know he's boiling over there.
But I forgot what this shit was about.
The woman barking and like.
What are some traits you wish that we would do that I guess you think you do? Like, do you think that instead of barking, women bark in your ear, that we should be calm and be chill? And like, do you think that we should?
I think sometimes it's more of like read the room. Some women don't read the room very well. They just like to talk. Like just, I'm the most important thing in the world, so I'm gonna just say what I want to say. No, you gotta pipe down. Like, read what's going on. Relax. That's what I mean about like the bitch scenarios. Like, if I'm not in the mood to talk to you right now, leave out, because now you're gonna raise me up and I'm quiet.
What if you're in the mood to talk to her and she treats you the same way? Do you think that's valid?
If she tells me I'm not in the mood to talk right now, which I would do, revert that back to her if I was in the same way. If I was feeling the same way and she didn't leave me alone, I'ma listen. But if it's like, all right, cool, I'm already there, leave me alone, please. We'll talk about it later.
But I think there's like a level of communication in a relationship that you can have to where like. That's why you have to know your partner. Yeah. Because if you know your partner, I know how to communicate around Joe things that may trigger you. Correct. Right? So even if you're not feeling good, that isn't an excuse for me not to express how I feel. Correct. Because I know you, I know how to say this in a manner where, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's developing communication skills and understanding your partner. I feel like a lot of people walk into this relationship or relationships and say, what is this relationship going to do for me? I feel like that's what a lot of people do. What can I'm like, it's a team player. You don't go on a basketball court and say, all right, that's a good point guard. He can throw me lobs. He can set me picks. That's not how you develop a good team. Correct. You say, my strong suit is catching lobs. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So if you got good court vision, hey, just watch me. I'm going to cut for you. That's how you go about things. You don't try to be the star player. Right. Like,
where do you fit in?
Yeah, the team is the star. If we win the championship, I don't care if it's because of her or because of me. Like, we won. You know what I'm saying?
But believe it or not, I keep getting into, like, this problem with women who say, like, the way I'm thinking is stupid. Like, they feel like we should request all this money and this and that from guys. But I don't feel like if I'm bringing in, like, $65K, that I deserve a millionaire because I'm not that yet. I don't feel like – I feel like some people, women and men, they want what they really don't deserve. And that's the selfish part about it. They're like, it's all about me. You should do everything I want you to do.
But see,
I was going to say, I feel like people got to stop looking at basically what you were saying. Like, what do they have and what do I have?
Right.
Like, we can put it together. Like, just be a good person, see what happens, and if y'all fuck with each other, then all that money shit will come, or whatever part of the plan is going to blossom into whatever it is, because y'all are dedicated to
there's a
whatever's
book
success.
that tells you about the tools left on this earth, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And money is a tool. That's all it is. It's a means to an end, all right? You use money to get you somewhere. So to say, like, I have this, I don't think I deserve somebody who's a millionaire. The money isn't a determining factor of somebody's character, right? Because that millionaire may come with certain things that I'd much rather have somebody making half of what I make.
Exactly.
Right? The good thing about life is if you educate yourself about the world, you can still live successfully. People want it all, but want to give the least.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you learn, like, okay, I make $60K working from home. We can move out. We don't need to live in Atlanta. Right. We can go move up to Tennessee, start our house, garden, all these other things we can do and live our life. Right. If I actually want to be with you, right? Because two people who are meant for each other, you could drop them anywhere. You could drop them in a bar. You can drop them at a pool. You can drop them at Beverly Hills party with cocaine in it, right? They're going to enjoy their time because they enjoy each other, right? Everybody else is trying to use somebody else to get them somewhere instead of just finding out how to get there themselves with the person.
We just have to do the work, though. Like, when I went to therapy for like a whole year, y'all, it was hard because I had to admit, like, I'm not perfect and I can't have my way. A guy can't do what I say. And it was like being humble in that approach.
Why are you looking at me? Sorry, go ahead.
Why would you interrupt her?
Sorry. Don't come for me, please.
But I'm just saying, I feel like a lot of the times that we just have to work on ourselves, and a lot of people don't want to do that, And I feel like, especially with Black love, I feel like we know how to lust each other, but we don't really know how to love each other all the way.
That's
and I'm a
why
big
he
lover.
Interrupted you because you did put men in therapy on here, which he's a man who is against therapy. That's probably why he interrupted you.
Oh my gosh. Therapy really did change my life.
This is, and this is what I'm talking about.
So why are you against therapy, Gerald? What's wrong?
I fucking hate this nigga. I swear I do. I'm just not a big fan. Yo, he's having a ball. It's like, it's crazy. This is sick.
But I think therapy is good. It teaches you how to like walk through.
It literally changed my life. I was like suicidal before getting rebaptized, going to therapy, and I had to do the work, or else I would be one of these bitches out here like, niggas ain't that. I was so like traumatized. I had a lot of trauma. A lot of people walk in trauma. So through therapy, and really I have like a life coach, to be honest, I was able to get that therapy solved. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
can't even look at Ala right now. I'm listening. Yes, ma'am.
I'm just. You're saying everything that I've said, so I'm just watching him take it in.
But I just don't understand, like, what's wrong with like getting help if you need it, because you need it.
You think
we all need it.
Wait.
He reads self-help books that reinforce the things he already believes.
Oh my gosh.
Now, I don't want to go and tell my personal business to a complete stranger. Now, I come on here and
that's why you can talk to God.
I come on here and I say certain things on this podcast, but I don't get like too deep into like my personal trauma. So I damn sure ain't gonna go tell some random that doesn't know shit about me.
I mean, you told the whole world that you cried in the shower because you stole the pencil.
He did say that.
And thought he was going to hell. That's why he left the church.
Well, that's one of the contributing factors to why I left the church. That's one of the contributing factors why I left the church. But yeah.
But on a serious note, why don't most black men want to go to therapy? I actually talked to a therapist who said most of her clients are black women, right? Why don't you want to do the work and just figure out like why certain things aren't working out for you?
I think because like the system has been so built. Like, I think both black men and black women have been affected by the system. I think a lot of men's experience with the system, I think when both parties go to the system, especially because of kids or from men's experience or domestic violence, they feel like the system sways one way, right? So they already have this
preconceived notion
of what the system's going to do for them. Now, mind you, even when you used to go to work back then, if he was paying to go see a therapist, we didn't have this boom of black women who were therapists. So he's going to see a woman who his dad was to look at, you know what I'm saying, when in his younger years, the community would have responded a certain way. Right, and you expect me to hear these stories from my uncles and dads. these women from this community having men from their community attack me because of this. Now you want me to go talk to a woman who looks like that, right? So they've, come back from that or shied away from it. But now we have, this boom of black women becoming therapists. Now you have somebody who identifies with you more. So I think it's something they should revisit. You know what I'm saying? The idea of going to therapy.
What about black male therapists?
True. Yeah.
I feel like that's even more like a brotherhood at that point.
I mean,
it's probably.
But they call it basketball court therapy.
Yeah.
Toxic therapy.
How is it toxic?
No.
How is it toxic?
Barbershop.
We're not talking about real shit
No,
there.
no, but I'm saying, have you ever
Barbershop ain't
hooped?
even what it used
Have
to
you ever
be.
dunked on a nigga? I'm just saying, your brothers, perfect.
They dunked on niggas.
2 Division I basketball players, right?
I think one of y'all
Exactly.
dunked on Gerald.
Right.
Yes, sir.
We were
thought so,
teammates,
too.
nigga.
No, great. Wasn't he played against Grayson?
Nick was Nick.
No,
me and Nick were
not
teammates.
Jason.
I never played against Jason. He's too young.
Oh.
Yeah. But
My bad.
nah, you good. You good.
Yeah.
But
Edwards family strong.
yes, very strong. Shout out to Nick Edwards. Shout out Jason Edwards.
Man, shut up, dog.
I would never go to a black female therapist because all I hear, black men are the weakest links. All types of divisive rhetoric coming from them and shit. I don't got time for that.
Is that from therapists, black therapists?
Or Twitter
Or Twitter?
TikTok. Because
he said I get all my information from Twitter. I would like to know where you got that information from.
Well, I went to one of those fraudulent HBCUs that teach you about all of the black liberation bullshit. And a lot of the black women there all the time, black men are the reason for all the dumb shit going on.
They
in the
were
communities.
licensed therapists? Or they were students that were still finding their way like you were?
Students.
Do you think they were finding their way in life just like you were at that time?
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't you think there's a reason why
Now-
licensing comes later?
Now, let me ask you this. Would you want a white male that was racist as a teenager to be a police officer?
If he was reformed. Because we have that. There's white teachers.
Right,
who
but are you
racist.
comfortable with that? Would you be comfortable with a white male who you knew for a fact was racist in his early college years to stop you at nighttime in the middle of southern Georgia?
Yeah, if that's all I knew, no, I wouldn't be comfortable because that's all I have to go off of. But if I have things to go off of who he currently is, then I could change my assessment. Because people can change, unlike you believe people stay the same forever.
Well, I never said that. That's
kind of what you implied with the question, right? Because you said what he did as a teen is obviously who he is right
now.
No, right?
That wasn't the intent. I just
Then
asked
what
the
was
question.
it?
I just asked you the question.
All right.
That's it.
That just hurts me though, because like I've heard obviously black women say that about black men, vice versa. Black men think this about us, but it just shows like we're so hurt in our community that like we just all need help. That's why we need therapy. I've never said in my life that black men ain't shit. I don't think you all are the same. And that's why in my podcast I have an episode called Black Women Aren't the Same. You look at us and you prejudge us and you think we all think the same, we all do the same. That's not true. We should be given, the chance to be individuals. I don't think all black niggas like to tote guns. I don't think all y'all like to smoke weed. I don't think that. You're an individual.
Yeah.
So why can't we just start to love one another? We're real quick to hunch and I like a fat ass and I want a nigga with some bags. We're real quick to fuck each other, but we need to learn how to love each other.
Yeah.
Even
I
like the
think
way that you're thinking is kind of like,
Wait, I don't think like that.
Okay, well, you just said that, it's like black women, you've heard them say things about black men. Maybe they have trauma, maybe they're scorned. It's
Or
not an
maybe
excuse.
those are just the loud minority that you're hearing. You don't hear most people talk.
We're talking about in terms of the therapist, though. I'm not talking about all black women.
Yeah,
I'm talking about in terms of the
even
therapist.
Even the black therapist. You didn't hear.
I don't want my black woman just to have a
listen,
fat ass.
No, look. Even when you talk about the black therapist, you didn't hear the summation. You didn't hear the summation of.
No,
all
I want to know what she's laughing at. I want to know.
The way you said it was so funny, but no, I mean, it's like, think about it. You said you wouldn't feel comfortable going to a black female therapist because of the ones who you heard say black niggas ain't shit, but she may not think that way at all. She may be like, you're a king, this and that, and the third. So it's like you're kind of prejudging her. You don't want to go to her because of what other black women say, correct?
Yeah, I don't want to go to any therapist in general.
Yeah, he doesn't. Want
I don't want to go to.
all.
I don't want to go to any therapist.
The only therapist is Tariq Nasheed,
yeah. Not
that's
only
it.
that, Gem Jewels, Batty Hub is a great tool that I use as well.
Yeah, porn is his therapy.
Oh my god.
Now also basketball as well. And then
Those are outlets.
this
Those are
this podcast is also therapy as well. So I already have 3 forms of therapy that I do. And you may think I'm joking, but I'm dead ass.
You have one soul to protect, and you're literally gonna jack your way off to hell. That's so weird.
You think I'm going to hell?
For sure. Constantly lusting. Do you not know that's a sin? To lust all the fucking time.
It's not a sin to me. No, well, to you it's a sin, but to me it's not a sin because I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that.
You don't believe in anything, and that's sad.
Yeah, it's fine. It's right, and that's the problem with Christians is that you guys are very judgmental.
I'm not judgmental. I'm just
no,
saying
you are
it's
no,
sad.
no.
I feel sorry for you, but I'll pray for you.
No, but it's just, no, but hold on, but she's
judgmental. Even if you remove Christianity,
you don't wait. No, wait, but you don't think it's judgmental for you to tell me that according to your religion I'm going to hell because I beat my meat?
How is that a good thing to constantly jack off? It makes you lazy. It makes your brain look up. It's science too.
Now when you say
it says makes your brain fucking retarded at the time.
Well, that's fine. You can think that. I'm one of the hardest working.
I can send you an article in our text thread.
Okay, that's fine.
I will after. Fine. You know I will.
That's fine.
You know he's gonna screenshot and send it to me. Like I can't believe.
And
she actually sent it.
And then you're gonna
this nigga. That's
totally fine. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. But yeah, I mean, you can say I'm going to hell, but like I said, that's a problem with Christians. I know you don't want to get into religion, but you brought it up, so that's.
I'm not judging you. I'm saying that's sad that your therapy is porn, dude. Grow up.
Porn? You know how much dopamine enters my brain once I bust a nut? Like I'm gonna continue to do it. Like hold
up. How do you feel about people who do drugs?
That's why I don't want to talk.
People who do drugs? Yeah. You see, and that's the thing. You think you're like leading me down this road, but you're not, because I don't have any issues with people who do drugs. I myself personally don't do drugs because it's a personal decision. I have no issue with anyone who does drugs. Name a time where I've said that, you're a bad person because you do drugs.
So hold on, I got a question.
No, he's asking that question because
So if somebody who you know who is known to smoke crack, right? Mm-hmm. Would you let them come on this podcast in your house?
Would I let them come on the podcast? Mm-hmm. If they smoke crack?
Yeah.
There's probably been niggas that have been on this podcast that have already smoked crack.
If you know for fact they smoke crack all the time, would you let them come on your podcast in your house?
What do they do with their lives? Like what is their job? Are they an influencer?
Yeah, they're an influencer, but they smoke crack though.
Yeah, why not? Why not? You want see that's
earlier he wouldn't even let.
See, anytime he did a last podcast too, because when old girl didn't answer the question the way he wanted to, he sat there and he pouted the entire for 3 to 4 minutes. He's about to start pouting right now. He's about to start deflecting.
Hold up, Jay, you remember before?
You remember what I'm talking about though? When Shorty was like, I agree with him. This nigga sat back when about the bitch thing. Nigga was like,
but he did that too. So let's stop.
Oh, for sure. But both of y'all do it.
Okay, so anyway, so you remember earlier, like in the second podcast after we recorded, he said, I don't want no strippers in here because they may be part of that you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You said
you know. Wait, can you quote what I actually said?
You said I don't want strippers in here because they may be part of. You know what I'm saying?
Basically, so here's what I said, okay? And this probably isn't a direct quote, but it was something along the lines of a lot of strippers are involved in sex trafficking. That was what I said. Yeah. And I don't want any of that to be involved with this podcast because that's dangerous stuff. Now, would you agree?
What causes sex trafficking? Why do people sex traffic? Hold up. What causes sex trafficking?
Sex. And money. Sex and money. And greed.
And people's addiction to it, right? So would you be fueling the industry that causes sex trafficking, but you won't let none of them people into your house because they may be connected to sex trafficking?
I mean, that's fine, yeah, but they're not coming in here. Well, actually, no, actually.
Now he sees the benefit of it, so now he's gonna say yes.
I mean, whatever fits my agenda, of course, nigga. The fuck?
I'm not judging though. I just want to put that out.
No, you are. No, Kennedy, you are judging. But you're doing what most Christians do, though.
But you don't want more for
yourself. No, but
that's sad to me.
But you're doing.
You can do whatever you want to do.
Right, but
I think you can do whatever you want to do.
No, I think you're doing what most Christians do.
I know you got to stop putting us into one category. All Christians aren't judgmental. Some are, some are not. That's why you've been straight away.
No, but I didn't say all. Hold on, holla. No,
that's why you. Because you're judging all of us as one problem.
No, but you got to remember, I said most. Does most automatically equate to all? No, it does not, right?
Are you judgmental?
No, hold on, bro. Hold on. Hell yeah, I'm judgmental.
So what makes you different than the Christians that you're judging right now?
There's a big difference.
What's the difference? You're judged based off of
there's a big difference. Trust me, there's a huge difference. I'm not gonna go there. I know you want me to go there. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna. There's a huge difference though. There's a huge. I'm not bringing up religion. I'm not bringing. No, but I just have issues. Like, okay, you read this book. You have been taught these principles by someone who was basically stealing 10% from you every single Sunday. and they're continuously feeding you stuff every single Sunday just to make you come back. And then you sit here and you judge me and tell me I'm going.
I didn't judge you.
No,
you keep saying I judged you.
No, but you said
at the end of the day, I'm done talking about this, and you know I walk off this set.
I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, you told me I'm
going.
You brought it up. You brought it up.
Just chill out.
I'm being respectful.
I'm not judging you, but you know that what I'm saying is true. That's why it's striking a nerve.
No, but I'm saying no. I mean, that's fine.
Strikes demons.
I don't.
That's
fine. I don't.
So just know.
I don't believe.
Like I said,
I don't believe in all that. But I'm saying for you to say that someone no, she's the one that keeps bringing up religion though.
That's what I'm asking.
She's the one that keeps. But to say someone is going to hell.
Isn't he the one who say he wanted to respect you not talking about religion, but he keep pushing your button?
I'm like,
yeah, because that was disrespectful. That was because you're a funny dude. But that was disrespectful.
What's the next question?
That was
let's just talk about something else.
It was disrespectful. You gonna tell me I'm going to hell? Like,
let's just talk about something.
But if you don't believe in that, why does that hurt you?
Because in her eyes, hell is a bad place. It's eternally.
If it doesn't exist, what is it?
Okay, you're right. Go ahead.
I know.
Go ahead.
It does strike demons.
The first time you're right all night. That's fine. Once again, you're just proving yourself to be a very bad human being. Once again.
I'm the bad one.
Once again. Well, go ahead.
I can't believe this guy.
You guys are nutty.
This is nuts.
Yeah, no, he's nutty, all right?
This is
me and him, we're okay.
I like how Jay's just sitting there like just watching it all.
When I'm
That's
not
my
in
energy.
it, I enjoy the show.
I love it.
Hey, when he was in the heat, though, that boy was fighting for his life.
I got to. Hey, I be with G. I be like.
Yeah. So like, how do you feel about the culture of like beauty being pushed on like Instagram and stuff?
Beauty?
Yeah. Like we had somebody in here yesterday. They were like, I believe in being natural and all of these things and blah blah. I want to show confidence, but like in their, I don't think there's anything wrong with this. But on their social media, it's like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of cosmetic, you know what I'm saying, things. And that kind of like pushes younger people down that same path of trying to improve the outer shell as the important thing to improve instead of the inside.
Yeah.
Like, so how do you feel about the whole beauty industry?
I mean, I feel like it just depends on how you feel about yourself. Like when I think of beauty, I think it's just trends. Like, you know how like got our weaves, our braids, all this and that. But like when they push cosmetic things on us, I think depending on how you feel about yourself, you may go for it. Like, I'll be honest, I got lipo and BBL, you know, like I was insecure at the time. So I got it.
Really? Can you stand up? Never mind. You're a born again Christian. You can't do that.
But
how old are you?
I'm 26.
And what age did you do that?
24.
Damn. How much was it?
Okay, so
7 bands.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Nah, that's crazy.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, congratulations.
Like,
I mean, but why would you say his name? Like what I just want to know, like why would you say his name?
Whose name?
His name.
Who is he?
Your personal savior. If there's no issue with it, why would you say his name just now?
If you get to the pearly gates and you ask for Jesus, you're not gonna find him because that's not his name. But if you read the book, you'll know that. But anyway,
oh, excuse me, Yahweh. Why would you say Yahweh?
No, that's not what I said. You said why I say his name. If that's not his name.
Okay, go ahead.
Your point's invalid.
Go ahead. I mean,
right?
obviously.
Right? Okay, exactly. That's why you need to read. She said you need to do research before you talk, right? But some people just talk and they just. That's what. You are a very valid person. But anyway, so.
You know they have guys doing lipo now and stuff too. Though it's been pushed on everybody. It just depends on how you look at yourself.
No, I don't have an issue with BBLs or anything like that.
I mean, I kind of regret it. I almost died. To be honest.
Wait, you almost whoa.
I almost died. I went to a really bad
continue.
place, and I see a lot of like Instagram models and stuff telling girls stop getting it because I almost died. I felt myself going out of it. I was awake, and so it's like
what I mean,
I went to a bad place.
Feel like letting that out. What happened? Like what caused you to almost?
I was awake. I was under local anesthesia. So you know how like if we get our teeth pulled, we're under general, like we're asleep. Yeah. I was awake, so like I felt them carving my insides, sucking. Like I felt like I was gonna die for real. Like I saw the blood, like I saw it all, and I heard girls screaming. It was like a horror house. It was horrible.
Where did you get it done? I mean, you don't got to say like the establishment, but like state, you know, because I ain't trying to have them run up in this crib.
Well, they already have like lawsuits against them. They killed somebody because she had a fentanyl overdose. They drugged us up at first. I was like woozy, but I felt it. I was awake. So like it's a really bad place. But with that being said,
so did you jump on the class action lawsuit?
No. It's too many of us. I wouldn't get shit.
No. They divide the pie. All right. I done seen class action lawsuits. They gonna cut that.
Get your bread.
I need to think about it.
Yeah, you get your bread.
Go ahead, join the.
I'm just happy I'm alive.
My thigh, my hip.
Hey,
I'm just happy I'm here.
No, you're right.
You
But
know?
you could be happier with a little bit more bread in your pocket.
I
So
agree.
at least you're 7 bands.
I agree.
Man, but what?
But
I'm getting 14.
hey, double up.
Shit,
You know what I'm
what's
saying?
up?
I agree.
But what went into your decision? Like, what went into your decision to make that choice to do that?
Childhood trauma, you know, just stuff that I heard when I was younger. Not from guys either, but like by women. You know what I mean? Like,
That'd be your biggest
Can
enemy
you say
too.
that back into the mic one more time?
not by guys, but by women.
Beautiful. Like, because I be trying to tell, like, a lot of women, and a lot of men too. A lot of men do the things they do not because of judgment of women. Women don't actually tell them these things. Men be telling them, right? And women, a lot of things that they think, oh, you shouldn't sleep around. You shouldn't, you know what I'm saying, do X, Y, and Z. A lot of that judgment comes from other women to prop themselves up over that women to get to the guy, and vice versa for guys. A lot of guys will, oh, you get manicures or you know, whatever, like,
Get your eyebrows
you
done.
learn how to cook. That's a female thing. You don't need to, like,
Nigga, that's self-sufficient.
yeah. In the smart person's eyes, but like some people would use that to like prop themselves up over you to get to the woman. So I'm glad that you're the second person who said that.
What were some things they said?
It was like my mom, like when I was going like prom dress shopping, she was like, "Girl, you know you ain't got no hips," and like she was saying it to be funny, but like, I want wide hips.
Girls' moms are sometimes they biggest hater.
I know, and like I know. Shout out to my mom. I'm sorry. I love you. She's not a bad person, but she didn't realize how like that really stuck with me. Like after a while, I started seeing it every day. Like I had an athletic body. I was just skinny, you know. And I'm like, she ain't got no hips either, but she swore up and down I ain't had no hips, and it just stuck with me. And then you go to college and you see all these girls, white, black, Asian, big ass hips, and I'm like, I want that. Then I got it, almost died, and I'm like, I don't feel different. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of people, and that's why I think like the internet can be like the bad place. I don't like that they push it so much. Is because like people start using the internet supposedly around 13, so we'll just say that. But you have like from a girl who's 13, you have like double that before your body even like fully develops.
Right.
Like, right? A lot of people, they look at the development of girls in that age, but you still have development to do it to get to your like grown woman body. Like some women peak in like their 30s, some in their 40s. Like once you know, like your parents feed you what they feel like they need to feed you to grow, but as you get older, you know what is good for your body. So your body could develop differently once you're responsible for what goes into it, and you're responsible for what your body does. So then that's when you get your actual body. I think people are making these decisions like before they're able to, you know what I'm saying, get to that thing. That's why some people like, why you get a BBL? At least like have a kid first, like, cause that does wonders to some people.
Man, let me
you're not
tell
always
you
gonna peak though. Some people have bad bodies, you guys, and even surgeons say they can't correct it. That's another lie that people tell women, like, oh, you're gonna get to a certain age and get this body. Sometimes no, you're just bad body built. It's in your genetics. That's what it is for you.
Oh, for sure. But at least see what it develops to first before you try to do construction to it. Right? Okay. Like I wouldn't look at the people building houses over there and say, let me tear this down and add this, because I didn't even know what it was going to look like when it was finished. Right. Maybe they didn't even get to the part where they was going to add the thing I was going to add. But now I went and did this other thing and messed up their schematics. Right. And now the house may not be as have structural integrity like it was supposed to. Right? Those type of things. That's
No, it's a lot of girls I know from high school and even college that as soon as they had a baby, bow, it just start coming out of nowhere. I'm like, God damn, where that shit come from? It was just a little twig, or they was fat. Like they just got right. And sometimes I don't know. I feel like people need to be more patient, especially. And going on to that topic, like Dwayne Wade's son, daughter. They should have waited for him a little longer.
They're passing a law in Florida, right? Because that's where Dwayne Wade lives, right?
Yeah, Miami.
That they can't transition. I don't know how true it is. You know what I'm saying? But I heard that's like a law they're trying to pass where you can't transition to like 18 there.
I think you know what I'm saying, live your life a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And you might be like, oh, I like boys. It doesn't be like I'm 18. I ain't never had no pussy before. Let me try that. And then you love it. You know, who knows? I
think a lot of it is just hormone things that people are trying to do to like say, hey, your body's gonna go down a specific path before you get to choose. Let's just give you this hormone thing to stop that until you can choose.
Gotcha.
And then you could take the hormone that'll send your body down the road that you wanted to go. I think that's really the gist of what like the argument is. Of course, there's like the extreme side of things, but I don't think that's everybody though.
Yeah. I mean, the same way that like they're pushing, plastic surgery on girls, they're pushing like sex change on others and kids and stuff. And like I was a social media specialist, so I know how the algorithm works. If you look at something one time, it feeds it to you over and over.
Yeah,
which is
especially
why,
if you watch the whole thing.
Yeah, like I had to like unfollow Instagram models, y'all, because like I started becoming addicted. That's always on my timeline and my explore page. So you think about it, if you see like sex change and you have an idea like, oh, I may want to do it, it keeps feeding you and you're seeing it every day.
You Google search it, once you're done.
You're done. You know what I'm saying? Like I know how the algorithm works behind the scenes.
And that's why I want to tell guys about girls too. A lot of guys think girls are, and this is, I'm giving away the game, okay?
Come on.
A lot of guys think the way that guys filter through the algorithm, my man is obviously looking up the Meat Beat special, right? So you go on his For You page, there's probably women on there, right? Might be some basketball because though he loves porn, he loves niggas dunking more, okay? So
that's a crazy lie.
He's wild, man. He's wild.
Go ahead.
That was good.
Yeah, so
Shit was mid. It was mid.
But nah, like so a lot of guys assume when they get in relationships that the way they went through the internet is the same way girls do. But a lot of girls are catered to beauty. Most girls only see girls on their timeline. They're not over here fishing for niggas. Like I think dudes are way more consumed with women than women are even close to being consumed with dudes. So
unless they got daddy issues.
You said what?
Unless they got daddy issues.
I have to disagree.
Why?
Well, that's one thing I also said like earlier when I asked what do men wish that women would do to mimic. One thing I wish is that you guys can talk about sports, porn, all this other stuff, right? But all the time when I get around women, we always end up talking about guys. And I feel like there are a lot of times you guys don't have to talk about women. You have other things you bond over. Yeah. So honestly, while you may see it more on your timeline, when we get together, I'm like, why we gotta talk about guys all the time?
But the reason, and you know why most of their their dialogue is men, but if you look at their Instagram, it's following beauty trends, is because they believe that if I become beautiful, I could get the guy, right? And I hung around girls growing up. I know that's why they have the conversation. Like I be trying, like it's your character though. Like there's a book for that too, but I don't know what it's called. But if you get your character straight, you know what I'm saying, you could get the guy that you want. And a lot of people lack that. That's why a lot of girls, the finest girls, they could get the guy, but they can't keep him. Right. There's a lot of guys who could get the jewelry, to change the car, you could get the girl. Everybody brag about getting women, but how many of them brag about being able to keep them though? Right? Yeah. And I think people are putting these aesthetics on to say, all right, I got them, but what does it matter if they keep leaving?
Right.
Like, so.
Well, there's a book called The Unicorn Delusion, and it's really good for women. And it actually says, it's from a man. He's the author. He says that women are delusional because they think that their looks, vagina, and personality is special to men, but that's really not what keeps you. That may attract you, but that's not what keeps you. Right. Yeah. And that is what shifted my dating as well, because I used to be one of those people like, oh, I'm so pretty, but like, so many other women are more beautiful than me. What is going to make me stand out to a guy? Yeah. How I talk to him, communicate, how I make him feel, my character. Yeah. That's what makes us stand out.
Now, I want to return back to a P word real quick, the projection one, right? Earlier, there was a statement made about how a conversation didn't go how it was supposed to go, and there was pouting going on, right? Which is another P word. I just wanted to revisit that.
This nigga with these P words is crazy, son. Yo, this nigga's crazy.
I just wanted to say, did you notice?
This nigga's wild. He's a bad person, bro. He's a bad person. Another P word, person, nigga. The fuck?
No, I'm trolling. But yeah, I think a lot of people a lot of dudes believe the same thing. Like, oh, I smacked her. Well, when I say smacked her, I don't mean physically.
Like beat her cheeks.
When I say smacked her.
Smacked her?
No.
I say I cracked.
I be trying to think of less vulgar ways to say like,
I fucked.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. I beat though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
those are. Hey, what'd you tell me?
All it's violent.
When Shorty was here, he said, "Those terms you're using are destructive to the black community."
I have to agree.
Because when you say like I beat it up, I think people have this very traumatic association with sex. That's why I say.
Why can't you pat it? Why can't you rub it?
Oh, I don't pat. I fuck.
See, like
I make love too, but I ain't been able to position to make love.
I don't prefer like. Oh my gosh.
Go ahead, fuck up. Go ahead, fuck up. You don't prefer what?
What he's gonna do is he's gonna lie.
He's not. Listen, that's why he's thinking. I
don't prefer like those more abrasive terminologies when it comes to relationships.
Sick man.
No.
He's a sick man.
He needs therapy.
No, he does.
Listen,
she just doesn't know, bro.
No,
she's not.
Okay.
She does not know.
I've seen the episode.
Yo, he's been trolling you this entire time, bro.
No, it's worse than just the narrator though.
I've seen how he narrates.
He's directing in a way. It's like it's subliminal.
This entire time.
I know the truth.
You know the truth. Hey, you know the truth.
He was. You fuck with him. The truth. He was getting off over there when he saw me yelling. When we were going back and forth, he was getting off over there.
Not because you fell into the bait trap.
But go ahead. No, continue. What bait? What bait trap? Yeah. But I'm not. Whatever. Keep going, bro. That was another. Yeah.
Like, I prefer like the softer terms because I think everybody has this like traumatic association with their relationships to people, and it starts with like I fucked or like yo I beat her shit or I took this nigga soul or like shit like that. Like it don't gotta be that. It should be a more like gentle like thing.
What would you call it?
I love. I like the word love. You
know I made love tonight. That's what you want to say?
No,
I can't lie and say I made love to that woman tonight. I fucked that girl.
But see,
I'm gonna say I fucked that bitch, huh?
So like I like things that make our moments or in our experience feel good and like I like moments that niggas write poetry about. Nigga, like,
so when we
that's what I like.
Let's say since he never had sex before. Let's say he gets a wife, right, and he has sex, and you talking to us, and you be like, man, honeymoon was crazy. What you gonna say? I blah 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 on the honeymoon. We did.
First of all, the relations between me and my wife would be between me and my wife. I don't need the brownie points from my
this niggas. Guy right here, so, I like.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, Stop!
I know he's switching up this episode, but I like it.
I just want you to be honest with you. I'm
actually enjoying this. He's trying to act the whole time. Yo, he's trolling her.
I need you. Now, both of them claim that I'm this whore, right?
Oh, he is. He even wore a slut hat.
Hold up. Give me. But that was to troll them. If you watch the episode, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I never called you a whore, but
my bad. A slut.
Okay, they call me a slut.
I know. You stop saying they. Jay.
He just wore the hat.
They think like, so I asked them now, the statement I just made is my relations between me and my woman are between us. Now I want y'all to tell me one story time that I've ever said to y'all about anything I've ever been through. Go ahead, the floor is yours.
Anything you ever been through?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you was talking about how your friend told you start eating ass, and you looked at your girl, and your girl looked at you, and you said, I'm going to eat that butt.
No, it wasn't my friend. No, listen. It was Kevin Gates' interview on The Breakfast Club, and he said something about eating butt, and we looked at each other like we might do that. Like, that was it. But like that was the story.
You didn't. I don't exactly remember it, so I'm gonna look it up tonight.
Yeah, you can look it up.
But so
did you do it? Did you do it?
I don't involve myself in those type of activities. Okay, I'm saving myself for marriage. Okay.
I'm
trying to be fruitful and multiply.
It's just 2 months in a row now.
I'm trying to get there.
So.
What is he looking at?
You're a virgin.
He's gonna start.
What do you mean you're a virgin? What does virgin mean?
We already did this on the podcast.
I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't, because listen, man.
I swear to God, I'll walk off this set if we keep talking about this.
Because at the 21-minute, 59-second mark of episode 1, I asked this nigga, how many bodies you got?
We already went over this.
I know. We're going to go over it again.
You
said you have 3 since adulthood, 6 in total,
Yep.
and you spent 10 years in 2 relationships with those bodies. So how are you all of a sudden a virgin now?
Have you ever played Sims?
Yes.
Okay, you know the new mods they have for Sims? Oh.
No, what's that?
Mods or modifications you could do to a video game to like change the texture pack. right? Now in Sims, you can procreate in Sims, but it shows like the, you know what I'm saying?
Under the bed.
Yeah, but they have mods that you can add to it to do other things. So I talked about that stuff, trolling them. They didn't know me back then, right? Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So that's what that means. But anyway,
And
like
that's
things
when
that
the
happen,
womanizer
I wouldn't
allegations
like.
came up.
Look, I wouldn't like. I could go to like me and my girl could be in a party together, right? And like we may be lit. We may go outside and make out and walk in. People be like, what y'all just do? I'm not one of them people that be like, oh, bro, you know what's going on. I'm not,
Like, that's a party though.
Yeah, but you're talking about my honeymoon. I'm definitely not telling you when I get to consummate my marriage and start to become fruitful, right? I'm not about to tell everybody that. That's between me and her. Now, if she wants to tell her friends.
No, I feel him though. I feel him on that.
I'm not, bro.
Yeah. See, he feels me too. You know what I'm saying?
Pause.
Oh, yeah. No, that's crazy. But
see that.
So you never told none of your homies,
No.
Yeah, you know what I did.
With me and my girl, no. Why would
not
I do
now,
that?
I'm talking about back then.
No. Why would I do that? Like I am a very like my mother told me. Besides, treat people how you want to be treated. Yeah. The second rule I live by is what happens in this house stays in this house. Right. And the house I am building with that person I'm in a relationship with, it's not a physical house. Yeah. Right. It is a house.
I feel you because you don't want to promote some shit and then your homie be like on some sneak shit. I feel that.
No, but then again, but that's not because of that. It's because this is our business.
No, correct. That's what I'm saying. I'm not alluding to that only situation. Yeah. I'm just saying you don't want nobody to know your business. But it's not that I don't want nobody to know my business. It's not our business. Correct. Like so, if I am a very on a need to know basis. If you need to know, I'll let you know. If you don't need to know, I won't let you know. So if she pulled your legs back and ate your ass tonight. Am I gonna come on the podcast? You gonna tell us? No. Some bullshit, man.
I mean, I feel him though. I mean, but
mad at me because I got my butt.
But it is. I get what he's saying. It is his relationship, so he is not obligated to tell us what happens in the bedroom. Yeah, so I don't think that's holding back the obligated.
No, I'm bullshitting.
Oh, okay.
Like, if it came up, I think you ever got your ass eaten.
When somebody tells me that they're in love with somebody or they want to build a future with somebody and they run around and be like, yo, bro, I had her in this one thing and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not, bro. I look at them kind of weird because, like, why is that information that you want circulating the world? Even though, like, people can talk about people who do OnlyFans like they're having sex on the internet, but description is just the same. Some people, and it's left to people's mental. Now, when they see you, it's impossible. If I tell you, don't think about an elephant, you're thinking about an elephant in your head right now, what it looks like.
I just thought about giraffe, but go ahead.
Okay, no. You cannot tell yourself not to think of an elephant. Yeah. So if I tell you, yo, I had my girl bent over the bathroom sink, right? You're going to think about that, right? Whether you like it or not. Like, so I'm not doing that to my significant other. Even though some people will record it and put it on the internet, me telling you and describing it to you the same thing. Like, yeah, it lives for anybody to find it, but people are still have an eyesight into my relationship. I just don't.
So on top of that, when we talked about, you know what I'm saying, you dating an OnlyFans girl, if that was to happen, and you say, yeah, I'd be about a bag, blah, 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 whatever. And you would obviously be on camera. So isn't that kind of contradicting what you're saying?
You said what? Yeah, if that's the dynamic of that relationship. My preferred relationship, just like he asked me.
Yeah, about the fucking on the dude.
Could I be in an open relationship? Yeah. I could be. Yeah. But the chances of that actually happening are very little. But I'm not dumb. I know anything can happen. Gotcha. Like, when you're in life, there are things that you can come to and you may accept that you never thought you would. That's why they say never say never. Because look at you out here later, never and all over the place. Yeah. Right? So that's why I don't block things off 100%. I could tell you what is likely to happen, but when the fork in the road comes, you don't know what decision you're gonna make. That's why I don't box myself in a lane of I would never do this. I'm only gonna do that because who knows what's gonna happen. But in my ideal relationship that I would build, I'm not walking around like, yo, last night, bro, bro, you seen that Chloe Bailey scene? We redid that joint. Boy, mirror and everything. Like, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Like,
ain't nobody mad at you.
I agree with him with that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it, but I'm just like, I've been single for a little bit, so when I'm telling the homies,
Hey man, I had this girl like a press.
No, but your girlfriend though?
My girlfriend, most likely not. But
that's what he was saying.
I might tell niggas
what
like,
if she
hey,
becomes your girlfriend, though?
she sucked the skin off my dick. Maybe I might say that,
What
but
if
I'm
she
not.
becomes your girlfriend though?
Then they know. Like I live in my truth. If I said it. Like you just got to deal with it. Yeah, you might imagine my bitch, but can you touch her? No. So I'm not really tripping, and that's on her.
I guess. How do you feel about those sentiments?
I agree with both sides.
Mm-hmm. You tell your homegirls about the Dooneyland admission tickets that you done cashed in?
When I used to, yeah, I did. I'm not gonna lie.
So
I
did.
did.
You get married, you gonna tell your friends
No,
what your husband do?
I'm not.
Acrobat, flip back.
Buy the book.
I'm not gonna tell them. I'm not gonna tell them. But I have definitely done that, especially in my early stages of having sex, like in college. We were all telling stories.
Do you feel like it was a fit-in story, like I'm doing this thing like that everybody's doing?
For sure. In college, I mean, that was the culture. Sex, drugs, party, like
What drugs did you do?
Just weed.
Just weed. I have this thing, like every girl that like I've ran into that's tried coke, something in their brain is just different. Like I feel like that it like fractures your reality.
No.
Like boy, that's really where I seen how people be. I know people who are different than they are on Twitter than they are in real life, but like they be talking about realities that don't exist. And I just be watching like, yo, this is insane. I know you. Like,
what do you know? You know
the archetype?
Yes.
For sure, the archetype. And like there's this cocaine archetype. Girl, and I like it's to the point now is like they don't do coke, but I know they tried it like at least once. I know.
Damn.
No.
Would you ever try coke?
No.
No. Smart.
Would you?
No.
Would you ever try shrooms?
No. I'm afraid that like if I don't know what I'll do if I'm like off a psychedelic type of drug. I don't know if I'll get happy or just get crazy.
Don't you gotta be in the right mental space?
Yeah, you got to be in the right mental space for it.
I could get happy and get naked and run around places, or I can get
do
sad
that.
and kill myself. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I've heard people do crazy things off that. Like, you never know.
No, it's not that. If you do shrooms, that you're not doing.
She
that
talking about
shrooms.
like bath salts.
You're talking about
like,
you're talking about like LSD and acid. Like,
okay, I thought that was a psychedelic too, though. Like LSD.
Yeah, that's just the enhanced version. Like it's like the liquid version of things get into your blood system differently than things you have to ingest because your gut is very smart. It could filter and like that's why they have like those time capsule pills. You take the pill, your gut will digest it at a certain speed to let it into your bloodstream. Liquid can get into your bloodstream way quicker. That's why alcohol is so dangerous for what it does to people, right?
Yeah. And
you can be intoxicated far before you know.
That's true.
So that's why LSD is like you could go too far, but like shrooms, your body not breaking that down fast enough for you to be running outside naked on shrooms.
Okay, because I just was like, I can't.
Now you may want to get naked.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna think through it. You're gonna feel good. You might even walk outside, the wind blow, and then you go back inside. Like your ability to feel on shrooms is like, you could feel like people energy on shrooms. Like radiating off of people's body is crazy.
You sound like you know this, so can I get a shroom story?
Okay, so I was in New York, in Brooklyn, right, with one of my friends, and we went to this thing called like Smorgasbord. It was it's where you like they have like a whole bunch of things like people cooking, like they have grills and all different types of food, and so we went there and there was somebody selling like shroom chocolate, so we took it, and we went back to the crib and we watched a movie, and it was like the reality in my head, like I was so focused in the moment, like I couldn't see into the future, I couldn't see into the past, nothing. It was like that room is the only thing that existed, like the sunlight. It felt like a movie, right? We're watching a movie, and if you watch Spiderhead, it's about, I don't want to spoil it, but it's a good movie. You should watch it. But
is it on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
I think I've already seen it.
Yeah. So it was with Captain Thor. Yeah. So it's just the feeling like you could just feel everything. Then we were like eating fruit on a balcony. Like it was a movie. Like I don't know how to explain it. But it was.
But you felt good.
Yeah.
You felt like out of your body.
Yeah, for sure. Then she went in the bathroom and was like listening to music, and she was in there for like, she felt like it was like 30, 40 minutes, but it was like 2 songs. And I think she was like in there dancing or something like that, bro.
Came out sweating.
Yeah, she came out, told her roommate like, "Yo, you have to try the show." We took the shrooms. That was like in 2022. That was probably the best day of that whole year, except the other time we took shrooms in Centennial Park. That day, we went to like the Civil Rights Museum. We went out to eat, and it was just fire. Like you have to do it to understand, but don't be around people you don't know or people who you know are bad people. Because I took them and went to MomoCon, and boy, I could feel the bad energy off of people as I'm walking. Like your body will literally. Like, what?
But he's a bad.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
I'm a bad person.
That was a great setup though. I like he did.
Like literally, like I'll be walking past people and my body will like shift away from people. Like without me like consciously like moving out the way. It was crazy.
That happened to me one time at the fair, but I was smoking weed. And when I tell you a guy was coming up to me like to holler at me, my body just told me like get away from him. Like it was the weirdest feeling, and he didn't do anything wrong. He was just saying hey, but I felt like something was wrong with him, and like my whole it like tensed up, and I was just like no, and he was like what the fuck's wrong with you? And he walked away.
And that's the thing. Like after I took shrooms, like weed would give me the slight side effect of like shrooms, but it'll go away after a couple months. So like once I take shrooms, I don't need to take shrooms for a while. I could probably like smoke and it'll come back to that feeling. But that only lasts like 2 or 3 months after that. Then I have to take shrooms again. But he took shrooms though. You got a story?
I took shrooms. Actually, shrooms didn't really do nothing for me. Like I took it, I ate it off a pizza, and like we was sitting there watching the movie. Everybody was at an Airbnb chilling, and I was like, damn, I'm just high. You know what I'm saying? I was chilling. I was fine. I did everything normal, right? So a week after, my homie goes, why don't we try LSD? Shit. Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? It's about 4 of us. So we go to, in California, we went to Santa Monica Beach. So we go there. It's like a museum over there. And they got like these little pieces. It was like one piece. Now, mind you, we walked in there before we took it. Then we walked out and went to the car to take it. We walked back in. There's this art piece. With an egg, right? It's got faces on it. That's doing this. I kid you not. They were
bro, and
going in circles. And I'm sitting there like, that is so beautiful. The nigga looking at me like,
what the fuck wrong with this nigga?
That's the other thing. Like you can see like the colors in the trees, like when they move. Like what's something else I seen on? Because I there was a point where I would like microdose on shrooms and like walk my block of where my apartment was. I would like walk the whole like complex, and you could see like the colors move in the trees, like your eyes become like magnifying glasses. So like if you see like a bug, like your eyesight will like zero in on like
National Geographic type shit.
Yeah, type joint. It's actually the sounds you hear, music. Man, like you drive, and like there was one time like I just felt like my AC was on and my window was like clean. And I felt like I had no window and the air was blowing through but it was actually my AC. But that's what it felt like. I felt like I was just floating. Like it was crazy.
Nah, that shit was great, bro. I loved it.
You could definitely when those earthy girls, the 222 necklace girls, you know what I'm saying? Like when they be talking about like the rhythm of the earth is real. Facts. Like the earth is real.
Walk without your shoes on like the grass.
Grounding.
Yeah, grounding.
Boy, grounding. Yes.
I heard it has like holistic, positive side effects.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like after I took the LSD, not even the shrooms, I feel like I got a better understanding of a lot of stuff now. Yeah. Like not just like I feel like I'm one with the earth. Like nah, I dead ass feel like my mentals are clear.
That spiritual journey is real. It's real. Like I feel like. One, I removed myself out of a situation or a lot of situations that I was in, like doing that. It could also like therapy is good, but like there are certain boxes in your brain that therapy tries to unlock. Shrooms are wired in the earth just like our brains are. So it's basically like being able to train your brain to do things that the earth already knows. Yeah. So it can unlock trauma. Like I literally verbatim, I could remember like whole years of my life. After that your brain has locked away to say like you don't need this information anymore. It didn't go nowhere. It's up there. Right. Like
your subconscious.
But you could get back into those boxes to understand like your parents might have yelled at you when you were younger, so you might have got scared of your parents. But now that you have an understanding of what anger looks like, as a kid, you didn't know anger, right? So you thought they hated you or something. You could revisit that day in your brain and like, oh, they was just mad. Like, man, I've hung around kids and they made me feel like that. So they didn't really hate me. They was just frustrated because they got to work and do all of these other things. And I did this stupid thing. Yeah. So like now you can release some of that like trauma that you may have. I think therapy.
I did that in therapy though. Like my therapist is really dope. Like she's like very into holistic stuff, but I unwired my subconscious, and so she would have me like close my eyes, meditate. Like I envisioned myself being a younger girl, talking to like my older self. I like forgave my dad, like all these things. The next thing I know, like for some reason I like genuinely forgave my dad after we had like a couple sessions unpacking these things that I had tucked away. So I know like the power of like your subconscious, you know? And I think we forget that like we're human, like we're a body, but we're also truly a spirit and a soul. Which is why it's important to like believe in something or like, you know what I'm saying? Like to have that type of connection, because we're not just a body. When we die, our spirit does go somewhere, our soul. You know what I mean? So it's like best that we like really take care of our soul. Like
Dave, this rapper, you know what I'm saying, one of my UK artists, all right? He said suicide doesn't stop the pain, you're only moving it, right? And like that's why I believe people who talk about spirituality, astrology, religion, everybody is saying the same thing. They're just using different words to say it. Like if you say God is everywhere all at once, right? But you say energy is everywhere all at once, can't be created, destroyed, nor like everybody is explaining the same thing, but they're just using different words to do it. And when I came to that, I think that will help people be a lot more accepting of people around them. Trauma and fear push us into these boxes where we look for comfort, right?
It keeps us in bondage.
Yeah,
it really does.
For sure. And once you can release, it'll help you find the people who are understanding, right? And notice the people who aren't understanding, and you can navigate without the fear controlling you through the world. Right? So,
but I really don't believe in horoscopes, though. I don't believe in horoscopes. I don't feel like I am who I am because of when I was born. I am who I am because of how I was raised, my genetics, and who I want to be.
Do you believe in nature or nurture? Or do you think it's a mixture of both?
Nature and nurture? I didn't know there was like a correlation.
So nature is what's inherently in you, and nurture is what you can be trained to be. So like some people will say like a lion is inherently a predator, right? They're inherently violent, right? And then nurture would be like when they say like, yo, that kid, he played violent video games growing up. You know what I'm saying? He was able to shoot guns outside his house. He like used to beat his dog because he seen his parents do it, and now he became violent. That's nurture that made him that way, right? So that's why I asked, do you believe in nature and nurture?
I believe in both.
See, and I think like horoscopes play into nature, like the nature of a person.
But like me and my mom were both Libras, right? We're nothing alike. And so people always say, well, she's September and you're an October Libra, but I've met other October Libras. We're nothing alike. Like, we don't have the same mindset. It's not because of when I was born. It's because of truly who I am.
I agree with her because I'm a Libra and I'm nothing like her. So I agree with that.
Thank God.
I'm not saying that in a bad way, but
Look, I
beef with you.
So I agree with you to an extent, though. Because like just like people may talk about the Bible that haven't really read it, right? They have a misconception of what the teaching actually is. So when people talk about astrology, they know internet astrology. They don't know the real astrology and why. There's a reason it's one of the oldest mathematics or sciences we have.
Wasn't navigation too?
Yeah, it was navigation through there's a reason it was there. And the further you reach into it, it's not supposed to explain verbatim what the earth is, right? But it gives you a map of what things that might be, right? So how I explain to them, I'm not going to explain. This is the last podcast. I'm going to say this. So that whoever come on here next and ask this question, I'm going to refer you back to this episode. But like, we are now in a state that humans have never been in. Well, at least here in America, like we have houses, we have air conditioning, we have all these things to keep our body at homeostasis, right? But when this science was made, people didn't have all of this technology. So a baby that was conceived in the summer that was nurtured through the winter and came out in February, right? Maybe that heat in the place that he lived changed the development of like that child's brain. So now we can see what you're more susceptible to be like. Not that you're verbatim gonna be this, but that brain that develops in the winter is more susceptible to anger, right? So we can know how to treat that person, right? I think that's more of what astrology tried to explain. But now that we have
social
AC,
media.
Not social media. Now that we have AC, I think those differences aren't as exaggerated as they used to be. They're a lot more normal because it don't matter if you're born in December or June. You was in a house that was 74 degrees, right? So now that difference might not be as exaggerated. It may be a little bit like if you live in a house where the mother doesn't have to leave, or if you live in a house where the mom still has to work, right? She may be still in the cold during the winter. That other one, she's just in the crib, like. So I think that's what astrology and horoscopes tried to explain.
Well, I mean, even then, I mean, we have opposite seasons in other countries.
Yeah.
So but see, is like the horoscope universal?
No, I think it's to that location, right? So
to that location.
Yeah. So even though the seasons are opposite, if I was born in hot season up here, it'd be the same as you being 6 months different, right? Down there. Like if you were at the Tropic of Cancer and I was at the Tropic of Capricorn, right? Is that this way? I don't know. Whichever one. The one that's above the equator. If you was there in June and I was in the south in December, we would be alike because that's when our seasons were. Born in the hot and the cold.
It's
right?
so confusing. Yeah. But what I know is that on social media, all I see is like, I'm not going to date a Capricorn. I'm not going to date a Libra.
Crazy, for sure.
I'm like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? That's not accurate.
Yeah.
Some people believe in that shit. Like, that's how they judge people, though. You know what I'm saying?
I think you shouldn't do that.
I mean, but you just the other day, you said you would never date a Gemini.
I'll be trolling, like, bro.
Here we go with the trolling. No, I was just trolling.
Hold up. Do you think you knowing me? Do you think I look at somebody and say, "Hey, your birthday was such and such"?
Somebody said it and you agreed with it.
Because I was going along with the conversation.
So you're saying that you cater your beliefs to make other people happy?
No,
I mean, that's basically what you just said.
No, I can participate in conversations just like I participate in y'all sex story with my sim stories. That's, you know what I'm saying? So.
I've got a headache. I got a headache. I've had one before the podcast, and it's 10 times worse now.
Oh, you think so?
Definitely.
He said he about to answer.
Yeah, we're about to turn it up. No. But no, I disagree with people who judge things off of. I judge people for who they are.
Yeah,
right.
Same.
Now, I do make the joke, like, yeah, the 2 girls I dated that were Tauruses, I could not talk to them, right? Yeah. But I don't think it's because they were Tauruses. Like
who they are.
Yeah, it just happens y'all birthday there, so I'm gonna go along with the joke. Like, yo, Tauruses are done.
Right. So let's do an exercise here. Since you're, this horoscope guy.
Yeah.
Judge all of us.
I don't.
Can you? Can you tell us
which y'all are? No, because I don't really believe in that. I don't really believe in those things.
So you say you just educated yourself?
Yeah, I educated in like what made people that way, but the way that the internet says, like, yo, your daily horoscope and your Jupiter moon,
it's fake. It's just a way to separate us or to make us have an excuse for being assholes.
Say fake, because one thing shrooms did teach me. I watched a documentary about it. They said there's only so many ways the universe could have been what we know it as, right? And using that, they can predict. Using stars and all of this, where certain things will be at certain times in the space in the universe.
Yeah.
And the way humans have this thing where we believe we are the apex. Like, we control our lives. The earth is way more in control of us than we are in control of it. Mm-hmm. And the universe is way more in control of the earth than the earth is in control of itself, right? And people use the stars to try to make predictions about what happens. Now, is it going to be 100% accurate? No. There's a reason why in math, there's 99% confidence intervals and 95% confidence intervals. There's a reason these things are like this, right? These concepts exist, right? So I don't think anything's verbatim. Anything can happen because anomalies happen. That's why in math, they teach you about outliers. This was an outlier. You know what I'm saying? So,
shit getting deep, man.
Yeah. I wish this nigga would stop pouting though. Like he ain't gave no energy in the past 45 minutes. Talk about, hey Jay, you remember he started pouting for 4 minutes. Look at him, 40 minutes into the podcast.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm hot. No, but I'm also under the weather as well, like I told you. So hey, look.
That's why you need me to carry the podcast, right?
I never said that, bro. It's crazy. I never said that, bro.
Those are funny.
Hey,
This is crazy.
I mess with it though. Where do you want to travel in this world?
Bali, Paris, Africa,
What part of Africa?
Egypt. I
Egypt.
want to climb a pyramid.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they didn't.
I think somebody got arrested for doing that one time.
For real?
I think somebody parachuted onto it.
No, somebody got arrested for climbing it. I think they banned climbing it, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know. I'm just talking shit. But I do know someone got arrested for climbing it. Because it may be a situation where you got to, like, pay to climb it or some shit. And someone just climbed it.
So, well, you don't have Twitter, but, like, you know the meme with the guy, he has all the swords to his neck from, what is it, Puss in Boots or Shrek?
No, Tangled.
Tangled.
Yeah.
You know that meme? This guy, like, they're all holding their sword to his neck, and he's, like, sitting up like that. Anyway, so they had it's unpopular opinion. What's your opinion that will have you like this? Like, what's a travel opinion that you feel like a lot of people will disagree with?
A travel opinion.
I'll give you mine, and they give you perspective, and y'all can give y'all's answers too.
Yes, sir.
Like, my thing is, I will look for a museum where I'm traveling to before I look for a club to go to. When I travel, I'm not a person who gets to a city like, yo, what's the popping clubs? I'm like, yo, what is there here for me to learn about? Like, do they got I love Wonderworks. You know what I'm saying? They have a couple locations. Tennessee got like the Ripley's stuff. So what is like y'all's thing?
I would say solocations are not as good as group trips. I prefer solocations. I've been like to New York by myself, Portland by myself, and I don't have to argue with anybody about where I go. Where I go is where I say I go.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've met a lot more people when I was by myself.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of people think that you're supposed to go in a group, but I'd rather go alone, to be honest, on vacations.
Oh,
Really?
I explore by myself. I mean, you know, 'cause especially with girls, we get catty.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat there. I don't want to do this. I don't got to listen to none of that. I'm going here. I'm going there.
Wait,
I'm
hold on.
everywhere.
We don't got that problem.
Are you saying that inside of them there is a...
Yeah, that's why I said, hold on. I'm good. Go ahead.
No, mine. I like.
She's going to cut my throat off.
You was worried about...
Yeah.
So now the Nigerians are after you and the black women. You're done.
Christian black.
Christian.
Also, Nigerians aren't black. Okay, got you. Go ahead.
The Crusades are
Go
after you.
ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Jay.
No, you said they are.
No, go ahead, Jay.
No, but I like sightseeing though, for sure. Like I don't like I don't know. But I do like museums, but usually people aren't interested in.
Yeah,
them.
I fuck with sightseeing too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like seeing like what's the culture in the area. So like
Yeah.
I know how people move a little bit, like where I'm at, so I don't overstep nobody.
Right. If I go somewhere and somebody wants to go eat at a chain, I'm fighting.
Yeah,
Right?
no,
Like,
that's crazy.
Unless like
That's
the chain
stupid.
don't exist where I go. Like,
Right.
yeah, I went to In-N-Out mid. Okay.
Hey, you
Mid
didn't go
product.
the last time.
Not the last
Yeah.
time. Everybody told me to go to this one In-N-Out in LA. That's the one.
You ain't
Like,
gotta go to one in LA. I'm just saying, you went the first time. You ain't go no more after that. I think
No, I've been to In-N-Out like 5 or 6 times.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
And it was mid every single time.
That's how I felt about Culver's, though. I mean, we got a
Culver's
Culver's
is
right
mid.
there.
I ain't gonna lie,
Culver's
that
is
Culver's.
It's so good.
Oh.
Oh.
I think like the initial.
Oh, no.
I think
Their
no,
butter burgers are so
no,
buttery.
I agree
That's
with you,
true.
but
Oh
like
my
I
gosh.
feel like the
That's
first couple
buttery.
bites are good.
Wet.
Yeah, I said buttery.
Them buns is wet, boy. No cap.
Nah, this
No, they butter like they wet.
This is wild.
Their malts are nasty, though.
They're what?
A malt?
What's a
yeah,
malt?
it's like
It's-
ice cream.
Yeah,
mixture
it's so
thing.
nasty.
Oh no, I literally only like ice cream. Like I don't even like shaved ice. I don't like none of that shit. I
Cookie
like
dough
yogurt.
ice cream?
Cookie dough ice cream.
Yeah, it's ice
busted.
cream.
That's my favorite ice
Yeah.
cream.
No, you gotta go get the. It's called Topped by Ben and Jerry's.
You know I ate that.
Hell
I ate
no.
that. I ate that.
Like with the top is like a layer of. Oh yeah.
I'm not
I
eating
had the
Ben
brownie
Jerry's,
and the
yo.
caramel.
Yo.
That shit is mid. Ben and Jerry's is mid.
What?
Mid.
I don't fuck with
Brewster's
you.
is
Briars
better.
is like that.
I-
Briars ice cream.
Mayfield has the best ice cream.
Mayfield.
Stop it.
Mayfield.
And Tillamook.
Hold up, wait. Listen.
Tell her what?
Tillamook.
Listen.
That sounded like some racist shit. I don't
Mayfield
know.
birthday cake ice cream is the greatest creation that has ever touched this planet. All right?
Cap.
That's my
Greatest.
Gemini
Cap.
brother right there.
Greatest. Greatest.
It's cookie dough or it's brownie.
Have you had birthday cake?
I have.
Mayfield has the best milk products.
Listen,
And
the invite to walk off this podcast is still open. It's still open.
He's not trolling you. He's not trolling.
Mayfield got the best milk products. No cap.
What about Talenti? The come on, gelato.
That sounds above.
Very
my pay
expensive.
Grade, okay?
Yeah, I was just about to
buy
say.
a $6 pint of ice cream.
$6
For a pint of ice. That's
Where
a good
do you
deal.
get it?
Mayfield is $2.70.
Publix.
All right.
Or
You shop at Publix? Hey, listen.
Or Trader
where's the
Joe's?
Walmart at? All right.
Hey, have y'all
Wow.
had chicken crackers?
you're ghetto.
You said chicken crackers?
Ghettos?
Yeah.
You're ghetto.
He's ghetto for
He's
what?
ghetto.
Wait, how is he ghetto?
Chicken crackers?
Are you saying I'm a?
Oh no, I didn't
Oh,
say that.
oh,
I didn't
oh,
say
I mean, it's
that.
what it sounds
But
like,
I
though.
said you're ghetto.
What is
That's what it sounds like.
No, but hey, crack, boy. Cool.
You ever seen the ice cream that's shaped like fried chicken?
No.
Yeah, I'll fuck that up.
Where's
boy.
that from?
You can get it anywhere.
Shit.
I want to get my opinion on the travel thing real quick. I want to see what you guys think about this.
Go ahead.
I think that people should be able to travel to wherever they want to travel to without a passport, without boundaries, because nobody owns the fucking world.
No, you're
Like,
right. But they also gotta regulate like who, like you don't want somebody in your country that's doing something crazy. Now I think they're still strict. The passport laws are strict as fuck. But I think that it's still like you still kind of need that. Hold on, we got this crazy motherfucker trying to come to your country.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I think that's
with
why,
that.
like Europe, they have like a certain thing where you could travel between countries because they have a network of intelligence that lets them know this is who this person is, this is who that person is. Like certain countries, like we don't want to give y'all all that information. So here, we'll give y'all this thing so y'all could track who comes in and out from our country. We'll make sure these people aren't felons or these people aren't whatever, and they can travel to your country, right? It's safety of the
Obviously,
people.
most of it is done for security reasons, but
Yeah.
also just goes to show how many bad people there are on the road too. So,
I mean, how many bad people have to exist before these measures start taking place?
For what measures? The ones that are currently.
like a passport.
Oh.
Like what percentage would you say? We have 5% of bad people. That's enough to not have.
How long have passports been around? It
I
hasn't
mean,
been,
but how long has international travel been accessible to the average person? How long has that been around? Probably like
maybe a few decades. Maybe.
Yeah, so like basically about the same amount of time as passports have been publicly available, right?
Yeah.
I don't think people was leaving the country in the 20s as the average American, but now the average American got the money to fly to South America, right? Mm-hmm. They get their tax return, they could go to almost any country in the world.
I was about to say, boy, you said the average American? I don't know about that. But
I think the average American gets their tax return.
going on vacation is expensive as fuck. It's ridiculous.
Hold up. How much do you think vacation costs?
Where are you going?
Colombia.
That's cheap.
How much you think that costs?
The flight alone, you're probably looking at least 300 there.
Nah,
At least
it's
300
like
back.
six. Maybe six.
Nah, it's like
I say 600 round trip. It's 600.
yeah,
It's
no,
600 round
it's like
trip.
280 round trip.
280?
Unless you go on
You're gonna be
peak season.
flying a plane, nigga.
No, unless you're in peak season. Like literally, you can go on Google Flights. Google. Listen, I've been doing a lot of stuff for y'all. All right, YouTube for 4 years. Bump that AdSense up, okay? But you go on Google Flights, and you could type in where you live, what airport you want to leave from, and you could put in dates, and it'll tell you the cheapest flight to each location. Right? Colombia does not cost that much. If you go in certain seasons, like if you want to go in 3 weeks, it may be expensive. But if you want to go 2 months from now, you could get that flight for like, I've seen it as low as like 180 for like a Delta flight, like 220, like to Colombia. It's not that expensive.
In May?
If you book that May flight in February,
okay.
Like, yeah, you could get that.
I don't think I would ever go to a lot of these countries in South America. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the amount of violence that takes place in some of these places is just fucking crazy.
Now, you already got the Nigerians on you.
No, but this is real shit. There's a lot of violence here too.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to deal with the violence that's here. I don't want to go over there and have to worry.
The ones where with the gun problem, you can go to the store and buy a gun country. You rather stay in
you can go to Brazil. Brazil has one of the worst gun violence rates in the entire world. It's probably rivaling here. So I'd rather, yeah, for sure. I'd rather take my bet that the American police system is not going to keep us safe. But I'd rather take
You
my.
mean
I
the
take.
police system you were talking about earlier. That's full of like people who used to be racist as teenagers. That police system.
I take my bet with American police over Brazilian police any day of the week.
Okay.
Any day of the week.
I was trolling.
Okay. But yeah.
I don't know. Like a lot of these countries are heavily invested in the American dollar. That's why America. Listen, do your thing, man. Okay.
9 times out of 10, they're gonna protect you. Too.
Yeah, they because if you and that's why passports are important too. If we have somebody from our country come over to y'all's country and die, y'all's tourism is done. These American companies, Google and you know what I'm saying, Amazon and Affirm and all of these people who are hinging their money for people in this country to go there, you're done. We're not booking nobody over there. That's America. When that Colombian missile crisis happened, they said, "Oh, y'all don't want no American money. Listen, them Cuban cigars are done. Y'all are finished." And you know what I'm saying? So
that's why Jamaica, you can't go outside they say don't leave the tourist area.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But
I was just talking about that yesterday with my grandmother. Yeah, Jamaica is wild.
Even the Bahamas, like the Bahamas. Listen, that pretty little castle over there, that little spot where you get off the Carnival cruise ships. Yeah. That's where you stay, okay?
DR as well.
Yeah, bro. Listen. Oh, the first time I went to the DR, bro, we got off the plane. My dumb self booked the flight, came in at 9:00 at night. Okay, all right, cool. American. We were driving on the highway, but boy, we was in a dark road where. Listen, remember how I told you, you go into the wilderness with no lights, no phone, and you know what real fear is? Mm-hmm. Driving through there with only the headlights on the car is the only light that you see for miles. Mm-mm. But I knew people were in those woods. Like these, boy.
Oh, nah.
I knew it. And what's crazy is the next day we did an excursion and we drove by and there's people who live like right on the side of those roads. Like, so if they wanted to hit my tire, come here, you're done.
Nigga, imagine if you run out of gas.
Oh, no, they pirating you.
But see, that's why you don't go to the airport and book your taxi at the airport. Wherever you book that flight and that resort, you book the taxi through them. Paper trails is how America keep us safe. All right, so do that because if we would have went to landed, hey, we need a taxi, $40, $20, I'll do it for 10. We're like, oh, 10 bet, boom, and now
abducted, nigga.
They got a lick.
Boy, we went to the strip club there. It was not a strip club. It was a
sex club.
It was not a sex club. It was a whorehouse. All right.
Oh, so they was trying to fuck.
Boy, we came in there with our American money. We say, hey, can you change this for ones? We think it's American. You know what I'm saying? Here's our ones. They gave us back this this play money. I'm like, what is this?
That's their currency.
So like the people in our group, they're throwing it, and
everybody flocking over.
Yeah, the dancers are like, we don't want that.
Oh, for real?
Because they already had our money. Like they were there to have sex, and I didn't think of that because when they brought them out the back, they all lined up like it was rush hour. You know, like I remember.
I like her.
They lined up like that, so we're thinking like, oh, we're about to pick who's dancing. You know what I'm saying? No.
You about to get sucky.
Boy, somebody came in here. The guy said, hey, you give us $250 more, y'all could all share 3 girls. I'm like, and it's not registering with me yet. Like I'm like. No, this is weird. Like, what are they doing? Like 3 dancers for? I mean, I guess like, you know what I'm saying? But they already had our bread, so they didn't care. And then like, I seen a dude come in, grab the girl, went to the back, come back out, unzipping his. I said, "Oh, we're done. We are done."
So, how long did you stay after you saw that?
10 minutes. All right, bro. And it was bad because like. People who I was with, there was 2 girls, and they were like, we got to go to the bathroom. And there was people back there, and they was like, yeah, the bathroom's back here.
Oh,
no. Yeah, bro. It was.
Sounds like Tokyo Valentino.
No, Tokyo Valentino is a well put together establishment.
What's Tokyo Valentino?
Like a sex place, but like also like a party sex place.
Oh, you been there?
I've heard about it.
Is that in Atlanta?
Heard about it.
He told us the story.
Oh, yeah, he did. Hey, they got a place in Tijuana, if you wonder, called Tokyo. No, Hong Kong.
Tijuana, Mexico?
Yeah. Because I live
the
in San
most
Diego.
Dangerous place in the world, nigga.
It's everybody kind of just goes in and out of TJ, but you got to stay in the area.
Okay.
But this place called Hong Kong. It's 3 stories high, strip club, but it's really not no strip club. Them bitches fuck you for $50. So yeah, it's crazy. I never been though. I never been to Mexico.
I bet you been.
But no, I haven't. I dead ass haven't.
Why do you say you think he's been to Mexico?
Because she thinks I'm a whore.
No. Let her answer. Let her answer. Do you agree?
I'm not holla.
Do you? Oh wow. Oh wow.
I'm not a womanizer, sir.
I'm a womanizer.
I'm still on the claims. Not now because you're a faithful man.
Yeah, for sure.
This man spent the whole episode trolling these two fine ladies.
I'm not
it's crazy.
trolling. I actually believe these things.
It's crazy.
Sims
It's because he believes in nothing, right? He wants he
Here we
projects
go
that
again.
everybody
Here
else
we,
believes
here
in
we go.
nothing.
This is crazy.
But no, yeah. So why did you think I've been there?
No, you just described it so detailed, like it's 3 stories high.
Oh no, because I'm saying like San Diego is literally 30 minutes from TJ, so just drive your car through there, get your passport, you drive through there.
Would you go?
Would I go?
I know you would.
I want to go I want to go everywhere. So yeah, I want to go to TJ. Sure.
No, would you go to the place?
Hong Kong?
Yeah, Hong
I'm
Kong.
not a deviant. I'm good.
I think it's so crazy. Like I never knew. Like when women were putting like the creep allegations on guys, I'm not gonna say I didn't believe it, but like I didn't hang around dudes like that. So like I was like, I mean maybe they might be weird. I'm not weird, so I projected my qualities onto other people. But
Oh, you trying to say I'm a creep?
no, not you. no, not you. But like, look, what I'm saying is, I remember one of our family friends. He came and he just came back from Brazil because I think he was like one of the people who work in the plane and flight attendant type joint. He was like, yeah, man, I went to Brazil. You gotta go. Like, you give a woman down there $20, like that take care of her family for like a week of American money. Like, they do whatever you want. I'm like, yo, you go to church. Like you were established in your church.
Hey.
And you were out, it kind of went in one ear, out the other. But then like I started learning about, you know what passport bros are?
Guess what? Literally, I have a male friend who says that he is like that. He thinks that he cannot find anyone in America. He can only go out of the country and find a wife.
Does he go outside?
Character.
Yeah, he's 45 though. You know what I mean? We had like a whole debate about it, but he swears up and down in America, no women are here, and then he can only go over there. And he actually talked about a Brazilian woman and how she wanted him to stay. And I'm like, duh, because you gave her money.
Right.
Exactly.
Like you're not
going
special.
over
You're
there
a trick over there.
Yeah,
sure.
you're going over
That's what
there
I'm
to do the
saying.
same thing that is over here.
Exactly.
Like that's what I be trying to tell you. Like
He felt
Gilly,
she respected him though. He felt like this woman loved him, and I'm like, are you
because
sure?
you had the most money of the guys she was around.
Right.
You just don't have the most money of the guys the girls in America around.
Exactly.
But like the girls who are after the money aren't the type of girls you want anyway.
Right.
Like so why? Listen, Gilly once said, "I caught her, I ain't bought her." Right, and I thoroughly believe that if you bought her, you're never getting out of that.
Exactly.
But if you caught her, like it don't matter. She could be a millionaire. She could be.
You know what an old dude once told me? He said, look, man, if you show a woman you going to buy her, she going to only want you to buy her.
Yeah.
If you show a woman who you are, she going to only want you. It depends on what card you want to take or whatever the fuck he said. But that shit was deep.
Listen,
though.
I'm not paying. You will never outpace the world.
A
woman who wants you for money, you will have to out earn the world forever because she is for the highest
You
bidder.
can take me out on a date, bitch. I'll cook for you.
Yep.
How about that? Or you come cook for me. That's really the first thing I say. But yeah, for sure.
I definitely cannot be bought. But I mean, my grandma always told me like, you don't want a man to feel like he can buy you and then take from you and stuff. You know, and I grew up spoiled, so like.
So how do you feel about 50-50 relationships?
I feel like in a relationship, it's no such thing as 50-50. Like sometimes you may have to put in the 80, sometimes you may have to put in the 20. That's why I ask women like, on a serious note, like I mean.
No, I'm laughing at this guy.
I grew up right up the street. I'm very spoiled. So I had a mom and a dad, and there are times where like if my mom's not working, my dad's got to put in. If my dad, decides not to, she puts in. Like it's not really a 50-50.
It's 100% effort all the time.
All the time. Like, that's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially also with bills, like every relationship, you have to have an agreement. Maybe you're okay paying for all the mortgage or whatever, but you want her to pay utilities. Some men want to pay it all. It just depends on the relationship. Yeah. You know, it depends. I mean, as long as my partner wants to do whatever, I'm fine with that.
I think, like, somebody asked us a question. We never dove into it deep in the last podcast, but they asked, do you feel like you could date somebody who doesn't do the same thing that you do? And I used to think I still could, but just not now. But now I know I have to date a creator because we can generate a pool of money. As we create, we're creating our money. We're not going to clock in to get like a set amount of payment unless you're like in sales or something where your money can fluctuate. Right?
There's no cap on your income.
Yeah, there's no cap on your income. But that does take away from your time, though.
It takes a lot away from your time.
It takes more time to make more money. So it's still an exchange in time, but I think that is the best type of relationship for me. For what I want to do, I want us to be able to create our income together. So it's not my money or your money. Right. We created the infrastructure, and people pay for access to that infrastructure. Whether it's through you, like you may get a beauty sponsorship, or whether it's through me, I might do a podcast with somebody, right? But it's coming through this infrastructure we're building. Mm-hmm. So we don't look at it as like, hey, that $1,000 is actually mine. It's really just through the. But that's why I think even the infrastructure of marriage is a good thing, because like that is the thing. And me being a creator behind the infrastructure of marriage, this is the funnel. And we can just be our own person.
Well, what if she's successful in her own respective lane? Like, I know, like, my mom's a VP of a company. I really do want to climb the corporate ladder, right? Yeah. So what if your woman is making a lot of money, she's doing her thing in her respective lane, but you're a creator and she's not stepping on your toes, you're both making good money? Can that work as well?
But see, I don't think if we progressed our relationship to that now or later, then that would be what it is. But I don't think I could give the effort to a relationship in a lifestyle that isn't a creator at this moment, right? If you want to, so that's the answer.
But I mean, what does that have to do with your relationship, though? Just, you're passionate about creating, she's passionate about marketing or sales or tech or whatever, but you both have a common passion for each other or making money, or, you know what I'm saying? But like, why does she have to be a creator? She could be a creator and not understand your lifestyle at all, or not respect it, or.
I think that's very hard to be a creator and not understand. But that's why if you're a creator, we create together. Okay. Right? And if I'm creating here and you're climbing this infrastructure, we're in two different infrastructures. So it's going to be hard for you to have one cohesive thing until both of y'all get to the part of the ladder that y'all want to get to, right? This person, it may be easier to, because this is more of a defined ladder. Step 1 is 50,000. Step 2 is 100,000. Step 3 is 150,000. With the creator, that ladder is a lot different. Year 1, maybe $5,000.
Or zero.
Year 2 or
Let's
0.
Let's be real. In the creative, there's so many creators, it's so oversaturated, it could be nothing for 5 years straight.
Exactly. Well, listen. If
it could be.
For more
a lot of creators tell you that they made nothing like for 3, 2. So that's a thing.
L plus ratio.
And I'm just saying. I mean, I think we lied to ourselves to make something want to make all this money at first. There's so many creators. We got a lot of competition.
But see, that's why.
You know that.
I know that.
I know that. But the reason why that is because more people, we talked about that yesterday or the other podcast, it's because more people are concerned with numbers than money. I don't care about numbers. I don't care if I have 5,000 subscribers and I can make $30,000 a year. That's more important to me than having 700,000 subscribers and being able to make $25,000 a year. Okay. Like, that's how I always function. I cannot eat subscribers.
Understand.
Like, so when I never made my decisions on what's going to give me better numbers, what's going to give me better looks. What is going to make this infrastructure bring revenue through the door? That's all I ever cared about, right? And it's not about the money. Like, I don't make decisions based on the money. I make decisions based on how do I want this infrastructure to be. And it would eventually generate money. Like, so, yeah. So, like, step 1 maybe $5,000 or $0. Year 2 maybe $20,000. Year 3 maybe $100,000. Year 4 maybe $40,000. Like, I think that's the difference in the infrastructure where one is vertical at all times and the other one isn't, and it's going to be hard to have one cohesive bond on two different ladders, right? So I think that's why that just worked for me. So yeah.
What do you guys think?
I'm not in the dating market, so you're gonna have to ask this whore right here.
Anyway.
Yeah, because he's a whore.
It's crazy. I'm a man of life. All right, so look, listen. I think it doesn't matter as long as she got to be like understand the plan. She may have more money than me. I may have more money than her. But as long as she has something she wants to do in life, we'll work towards that. If she understands what I want to do with my life, and she gotta not only help me, but gotta be supportive about that whole thing, because I'm gonna do the same thing. That's all I'm really like focused on. I don't really care what she's into, what she's not. I just want her to, if she's down with the plan and she fits all my other criteria, like the physical shit too, we could work for sure.
That's how I feel. It's like, even if a guy, let's say like, and I'm just giving this like as an example, if he was like a trash can man or whatever, what do they call trash men?
Sanitation
men.
Sanitation
worker. Sanitation worker.
There you go, sanitation worker. It's like, well, do you eventually want to own your own plant? Do you eventually, like, that's how I feel like, you know, I don't care what my man wants to do as long as he wants to grow in whatever he's doing. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want my man to be in the same position forever. Like, okay, you're doing sales, but you're in the same role. Do you want to be like a sales manager? Do you want to, you know what I'm saying?
But if you're doing,
you sound like that woman clip that came out where they're like, when I'm at a restaurant, I'm not concerned about eating. I'm concerned about how to buy the restaurant. It was like a troll or how many
but then not only that, like,
just care about the ambition. That's all.
I mean, but salesmen are like salesmen and saleswomen are some of the most ambitious people in the entire world, because they have to literally like be hungry as fuck every day they wake up in order to put food on their table. So if your salesman is making $150K per year, are you going to be upset with him that he's not becoming a sales manager in a 5 to 10 year span?
No, I mean, that's a good example. I mean, that's a good, I guess, contradictory type of thing you just asked me. So yeah, no, I wouldn't be mad in that situation. No, I wouldn't. But it's like, do you want to make more? Do you want to do more? Or do you want to just stay stagnant? Because I personally don't.
I think increasing, and I think that's how America, I'm not going to say America, I think that's why America's so successful, because people always want more, right?
Well, you want to do more. It feels better to, you know, work harder and to get more benefits out of it. I mean, if it's just me, I can do a $65,000 salary, but if I want kids, me and my husband should want to do more for our kids. We should want to be more ambitious, and you know what I'm saying? You don't want to just stay stagnant, because you're not going to be able to sustain a lifestyle that you really want.
100%. Incorrect. Because no, I'm sorry. But look, the reason
don't say sorry.
How is it incorrect? If I have 3 kids, I can't just make the same thing I was making when I was 26.
Yeah, like what the fuck are you talking about here?
He's trying to listen.
That's what all of our parents have done. Though.
Exactly, that's what they've all done.
Are y'all gonna
what is wrong with you, bro?
The rebuttal came before I finished the point.
I'm just saying.
The reason you want more is because people think they can work harder than the system is. They think they can outwork how fast the system works, right? So a lot of people believe that, but you don't have to do that. That's not how you outpace the system. Just like we talked about earlier, you make 60K, you may get a man that works 30K. You can move, and you can restart the clock. A lot of people, they want to stay in one place. That's why I talked to my cousins one night, is because they had a very successful family in Atlanta. They made a lot of money. But like, if y'all want to continue the lifestyle that your parents had, it costs more to do that now. Right. But y'all want all the amenities that come with Atlanta that y'all didn't earn y'all's way to. Y'all were born into these amenities. But to keep them is going to cost a lot more. So you're actually going to have to do more than they did. Once you learn where to place money, where to invest money, and how the markets move and where to move, you can outpace all of that. You and your husband, y'all could, if you say you got a man, right, and you want to have kids when you're 30, perfect, right? You meet him next year, y'all get married by 28. Y'all invest in a starter home in a place in Atlanta that's blowing up right now, right? The World Cup is coming to Atlanta. Y'all buy a house. Right before the World Cup comes, that house goes from the $300K that y'all invested in it, and it booms. Now it's worth $900,000. Now you can sell that house. You got $600,000.
Right.
You didn't need to outwork the system. You could take that extra money that you had, and y'all could go. Now you can go get a fully paid off house in Kentucky, right? And start your businesses there.
Right.
And and now you have years worth of income that is being funneled in there. And now Amtrak, when they come and they put that Amtrak way that's going to connect Tennessee to
Indiana or some shit.
No, it's Tennessee, Charlotte, Atlanta, Memphis, some place in Florida, Alabama. When that Amtrak comes, now you'll be able to work in local big cities, but your hub will be at your home.
Yeah.
And these are ways you can outpace the system without outworking.
I mean,
the system.
I
That's
used
what
to believe that, though. I used to believe that I had to work harder, right?
Yeah.
But I see so many people who make way more than me, and they don't work harder. So I totally agree with that system.
Yeah.
I just want to keep in mind, though, I do want someone who wants that as well. So you know that whole plan you just mapped out just now? If my husband's like, no, I just want to just work this. I'm fine here. That's what I wouldn't be attracted to. I want someone who does want that ambition that you just pretty much just mapped out. You know what I mean? Not exactly to that, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think it's just two methods of going about it.
I feel like people are. It's kind of not contradictory. It's kind of negating what you're saying about. I feel like people should have a goal, or not even a goal, something they want to do, not just career based. Like, let's say I'm a trash man, right? And my wife is the CFO or whatever from some company. I'm like, shit, I'm making good money here. Like, for me, right? But my plan is to get this here and build this, that, and the third there. But I know in X, Y, and Z, this plan is going to happen for that. Now, for towards you, would you say that's not ambition? Or would you say that's ambition? Or would you say that's, like, just being content?
No, I mean, that's ambition. What is he trying to get? Other, like properties or?
Yeah, like a house. Let's say he's making $80K a year, but he's been saving up for, like, 2-3 years. And he,
That's ambition.
Okay.
But you know how there are some people who are just like, I'm okay making $50K and I'm going to stay in my apartment forever.
Oh, gotcha.
And they have no plan of anything to progress their life. You know what I mean? Like, what they don't want to travel. They don't want to lose weight.
But what if they're happy that way?
I think that's interest. You need common interest.
Right. And if they're happy that way, that's totally fine. But keep in mind, you're asking me what I want, right? And so I just want someone who has that drive for something they're passionate about, even if it's being a nonprofit organizer or something, but they have that passion.
What if their biggest passion is a loving relationship? And as long as we can have enough money to sustain an environment where we can coexist, that's all that matters.
Damn.
I know. I don't want to lie, but I don't feel like I would be satisfied with just that. I don't think I would.
I think you haven't found somebody that you enjoy the experience with them yet.
I think I just need to find that connection. You know what I'm saying? When you put it like that, it doesn't sound appealing, but who knows? Like you said, when I find someone who is equally yoked like me, it may change. But right now, that doesn't sound
equally yoked, like financially. Come on, Kennedy, just answer the question. Equally yoked. I can't even. Equally yoked financially.
No, like I said a million times before, ambition-wise, whatever they want to do, they don't
have
to make as much as I
but it sounds like money is involved in what you're saying too, though.
No, I just said if they want to do nonprofit work, that's their passion. They're passionate about something. They're working towards something.
Gotcha.
So say he was a trash
financial
guy, but he did nonprofit work, but that nonprofit work didn't add to the monetary value of the household.
But he's passionate about it. He's making a change in people's lives. That's more important than monetary value to me.
But earlier you said, if I make $65K and I want to have 3 kids, if he's passionate about something that doesn't generate more income, though, that wouldn't be okay in that situation that you named earlier, right?
But I feel like making an impact in people's lives is more. It means more than just the money.
Yeah, but just not your kids' lives, because...
Well, I mean, I know, like, for me, I would want to make more money to help my kids. But if he's like, well, you know what, I'm going to teach our kids to be better people in society, that has more...
impact,
It does, you know what I mean? So I'm like... Would I rather a rich guy who's just an asshole who teaches my kids nothing? Absolutely not.
I mean, you ain't gotta go to the other extreme. You know
but if you think about it, that is another extreme. If my man's like, look, I'm good making $50K, but I'm impacting lives. That's an extreme to me.
That's the average person.
No, that is an extreme. That is an extreme. That is an extreme.
The average person does not care about other people's lives and impacting it voluntarily.
No.
Exactly.
Back.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? A lot of people don't do that.
No,
exactly.
I thought we were just talking about the income staying stagnant. The average person's income does stay stagnant throughout their life.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But I was incorporating the volunteering part.
Yeah.
Making an impact in people's lives. That seems like a far off thing that a lot of people wouldn't consider doing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then you got an asshole, rich ass nigga. I don't want that either.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I would prefer this than that. You know?
Yeah. I feel it.
But every situation is different.
Have you been to New York, right?
Yes.
I
Manhattan.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Don't go down the same road as Miss Boogaloo, please.
Listen. You weren't of the culture in New York, in Manhattan.
There's still a clip that
I
has to be
visited Brooklyn, and I walked to Junior's Cheesecake by myself.
Okay, P. Diddy, all right.
Another P word.
Puffy. All right, no, but the reason I say New York taught me something. Like, if you have enough money to just live, the things I did as a kid, maybe because you grew up in a household where you were spoiled, that you feel like I have to be out doing things that cost money. As a child, I did things that cost nothing. Finger painting, well, I didn't finger paint at the crib, but like when I went to school, that's what we did. We painted, you know what I'm saying? We had art class. We were fortunate enough to have that. Listen to music. We had recitals, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. So, like, if I have enough money to live in a space, of course, I want to have something. I want comfort, the ability to know my bills will be paid for the foreseeable future. I do want that, and to give to other people. I do want those things. But as far as me and my partner, we just need enough. I have somebody where, like, that's why I said you could drop us at the local pool. You could drop us in Piedmont Park. You could drop us in the middle of a mountain to hike. We're enjoying this time. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't take money to get us to an experience for us to enjoy. Now, of course, when them times come around, like I had a family where we traveled big one time a year. Our spring break was unload the bank account. We're going to Disney, all right? Or we're going to a cruise. That's what I learned. So one vacation, one big vacationer, to your birthday, my birthday, that's enough. I don't need to be out the country all the time. So these are vacations. A cruise costs like $900 for two people. Yeah. Especially if I have a job as a creator, I don't have to go in the summer when everybody else go when a cruise $700. I could take one 2 weeks after school start for $150. All right, yeah. Like, so that's the benefit of being able to be in that situation. Yeah. And
really just depends how your upbringing is. I realized like I was so spoiled. My dad spoiled me so much that I do have these expectations for myself and others, but I kind of have to unlearn it, and I'm open to doing that. Yeah. You know what I mean? But
what do you think makes you happy? What makes you happy?
Just being around other people, learning from other people. To be honest, I'm really like an extrovert at heart. So I'm really not materialistic. Like growing up, when my parents would do something that upset me, they would never say sorry, but they would buy me something. You know what I mean? And so that's why I'm not materialistic, especially in relationships. I'm all about just that communication and connection. Yeah. So that's why, like, I don't really have hobbies. I just like to explore, do different things. Yeah. But that's what really makes me happy in relationships, friendships, whatever. It's just being around people. Yeah.
Except when you travel. Because you want to go where you want to go.
Ha! That's funny.
Yeah.
But honestly,
so how's that going to work with a man?
I'll go on a vacation. That's fine.
Until he says, I don't want to eat here. Then what?
You got me. You got me, man.
Yo, did I do what you wanted me to do?
That was good.
No, that was nigga, comparison to what you did to me earlier. That was ass. I do have a quick question for you though. One of the questions that Hala didn't want to get into because he didn't want you to bring up your topics. You brought up kids, right? What do you think about parents that beat their children's asses? Because that's one of the questions that you did ask.
Oh, dang,
I can literally read the exact question I asked, and it didn't say that.
Okay, go ahead and read it. That's fine.
No, you read it.
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll read it. Don't worry about it.
Read the exact question. This podcast is driving me crazy.
Do you believe in beatings, spankings, talks for discipline? And you probably wonder how I have this list.
Because he sent it to you, talking shit.
No, I sent it, and then he said, I can't. I don't like when people try to tell us what to do, but keep going.
Did you see what your question was and the uncharitability that he had to it? Which one do you think cared about what you said?
Yeah. Exactly. See, that's what I'm like, you just said beating, but no, I mean, I don't agree with that. I feel like that's why a lot of us are fucked up now.
Facts.
Especially
She's
black
not
people.
lying, yo.
For sure.
I'm being for real. I feel like that's the only way that we know how to deal with each other is by hitting each other.
Do you know why, though, it was like that?
I mean, slavery, I feel like it stemmed from slavery. That's what I think.
Generations of fucking physical trauma.
But I feel like communication's key. I wish that when I did something wrong, my mom would just have told me, Kennedy, don't do that because of this. But instead, well, she didn't hit me, but she would, take my phone or some shit. That hurt me.
Miss Edwards don't play. I already know it.
She don't play. But I'm a suburban girl, so taking my phone was enough. But some people got, I see my cousin hit her kids, hit them. I'm like, why didn't you just tell them what they did wrong? Just talk to them.
Yeah. But some people weren't taught to. A lot of things are reciprocated. Things that they went to, like we talk about the trauma you've been through, and I didn't notice this till I watched what I'm saying, shout out my guy Jonathan Majors. He had what was the HBO thing, Lovecraft Country, right?
I used to love that show.
Exactly. I don't know why
they discontinued it.
Yeah, I think because he got that Disney bag. Disney was like, hey, we're gonna come get him. We're not booking him no more.
I thought they discontinued it because of all the racial stuff and
that's what I thought until he became the guy over there at Disney, and I knew something was going on.
All right.
Kevin Feige, you're not slick.
Oh, wow.
Hire me now. Anyway, but
crazy.
But I think it's because they talked about sundown counties, right? Mm-hmm. Where. And the sundown county is like, yo, you can't be out here after this because this happened.
That was real.
Yeah, it was real. And we had parents that grew up in that. Mm-hmm. So those parents, they didn't have the luxury of telling my kid, listen, the reason you have to be at home before the street lights come on is because kids don't understand that, right? And they couldn't afford to let their kid walk outside and take the chance that they didn't listen to them. So I'm going to beat it into you. Listen, do not, because I'd rather me beat you than them kill you. That's how they felt, right? But a lot of people, that's why you have to understand the trauma. That's why we have to unlearn the things we've been through.
I was say we have to break those generational curses, and that's a real thing.
Yeah, but some people are so deep into the generational curse that they don't even know they're in it. Most people have kids before they're even adults,
right?
And I'm not talking about what the government says is an adult at 21.
Right.
I'm talking about people who even know who they are and what made them who they are. Right.
But that's why it's up to us, especially with our platforms. And I know you guys' platform is fun, hee ha ha. But touching on
this is real shit. Whoa.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's why I'm offended now.
I'm super offended.
Listen.
It's 3-on-1 now, Kennedy. It's 3-on-1 now.
Touching on topics like this, though, really is important because I don't think a lot of, especially our community, they don't know, like you said, that something is wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we have to talk about it because it's normalized, but we know what the root is. What you said is completely correct. Yeah. But what are we going to do to change it? I'm so sick and tired of sticking into what was taught. What do we know is we know now what's better. Yeah. So what are we going to do to change this? Yeah. We need to be better to ourselves because I feel like that's what stems a lot of self-hatred. Mm-hmm. My daddy beat me. My mama beat me. My mama said this and that about me. Now I don't fuck with black women. I don't fuck with niggas. That's why we think that it stems from childhood.
But see, that's why you don't have kids, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, so I think you are in a very different demographic than who you're trying to talk to, right? Because who you're trying to talk to is
They're
people
young black women.
Yeah, but that have kids, right?
No. Actually, that's actually who I don't want to target. I don't want to target people who have kids. Just young women.
But see, those are the people who need to know. The people who are your age who already have kids, because they are already recreating the cycle, right? That's who you need to target, right? Because now who's going to teach the people who had kids too soon? Now, all the women who are in your age, that are your age, that don't have kids, that can learn this, y'all were probably going to learn this anyway because y'all took the time. But the people who made the mistakes, not even say kids are mistakes, but people who had kids before they were properly prepared mentally to know what they needed to change going forward, that's who you need to target because they're already beating their kids, right? They're already screaming at their kids because they don't know any different, right? And when you have kids, you're not locked in this survival mechanism. You're exploring life because you don't have that responsibility. Right. They are survival. Right. They are in this lane and they cannot get out. They can't look this way. They can't look this way. I got a kid. I am locked in this lane.
I never thought of it that way, but the fact that you're saying that, I agree. I need to target them. I never thought. I always thought I want to just help the women who don't have kids yet, so that we don't do that. Yeah. But I don't know how to reverse the mindset of those who've already done it.
Yeah, because they're the ones. Once you're in survival mode, it's hard for you to learn.
Right.
Like it's easy for you to learn as a kid because you go to school, your food is taken care of. Hopefully, when you get home or you have a place to live, you don't pay for none of that. You don't take that into account. Like, but when you get older, you can start to appreciate those things. Until you have a kid and you're out by yourself, and now you have all these responsibilities. You didn't even know how to survive on your own yet, right? So now you're in survival mode trying to make sure this kid has all the things they need so they can properly learn, and your learning goes away, right? So those are the people we need to teach. Like, yo, this is the consequences of doing what was done to you because they've already started to, hey, my mom beat me, and I ended up having a kid and blah, blah, blah. So if I beat my kid harder, beat it, or some people think that, or it worked for me. I was decent enough to be able to have a job and take care of my kid, so my kid getting beat too.
Right.
They already think so. Those are the people we need to talk to who already have kids.
Facts. I agree. I never thought of it like that, so I agree.
Yeah. You want kids?
Of course.
How many?
2.
I could do 3.
Girl, boy.
It doesn't matter. I just want them to be healthy. Just
I
God,
need
give
one
me healthy
girl,
babies.
bro. I don't care how many kids I have, as long as I have one girl, at least.
Why do you want a girl?
Because she's gonna run the world, bro. What? Imagine my brain. I think a lot of men, they leave their daughters out stranded in the world, and they don't never tell them what the truth is. Man. If people were to tell women the truth, their daughters the truth, and a lot of men don't tell their daughters the truth because they know they was a nigga. They don't want their daughter to be with.
But that's the more
that's
reason
not
to
me.
tell her though.
Right.
Yeah.
That's more reason because like you don't want
you
your
think
daughter
that,
to
but
run in. No, I'm saying more reason to tell her because you don't want her to run into the same nigga you used to be and you not had a mindset that you were. Like he could be totally worse than you, but do the same shit you used to do.
Yeah.
My dad always
ruin your daughter's life.
He kept it real with me. Like I remember one time I kicked the guy in the nuts. And he was messing with me, but I kicked him in the nuts. And my dad spanked me, and I was like, what did I do wrong?
Kicked him in the nuts?
I kicked him in the nuts. I was very violent.
Fucking terrible person. Terrible person.
Yeah,
okay. But yeah, I kicked him in the nuts. My dad spanked me. I'm like, what did I do wrong? And he was like, you never put your hands on a man first because I love you, but I can't tell you another man won't beat the out of you. You know what I mean? And I feel like that was real because a lot of women don't learn that, you know, but my dad always kept it real with me. I never put my hands on a man first, ever. Yeah.
But see, you're also lucky like that you came from a 2-parent household. And I think the thing that damages 1-parent household along with poverty is you never have to see somebody compromise, right? If you're in a household where what they say goes all the time, you never know compromise in life. So it's very hard for you to then get into a relationship where you have to compromise. There's no way you get in. There's no relationship that exists where there's no compromise. That's why a lot of people will throw away their autonomy for the money, or they'll throw away their need to have a moral character because they're buying the woman they're with. I don't need no moral character. I don't have to compromise on the life I live because I got this money and she's gonna accept it, right? And I think that is very damaging in the single parent households. But it's good that you have both, right? But most people, you know what I'm saying, don't. Yeah. But tell everybody where they can find you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So follow me at edifiedminds.podcast. Make sure that you subscribe. I have episodes coming out every Tuesday. I had a great time on the Slick City show.
The whole thing was great?
The whole thing was great, but I don't fuck with Gerald. I'm just kidding.
No. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
All right, listen, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. This was a fire episode. Would you rate this episode, Pouty Man?
What would I rate this episode? Well, number one, I was hot as fuck over here for about 45 minutes. Number two, I'm under the weather. So, nigga, for me...
How was my performance?
That was cinematic as fuck. Hey, I think the sad part about it is that you don't know. He was trolling you for a good 50 minutes there.
No, I saw the episode.
Yeah.
I know he's an asshole.
Yeah, I know. And then it's crazy because...
You think I was an asshole to you?
No, you don't think that. You don't think, and I know we gotta go here, but you don't think that. But trust me.
When the editing comes out,
not only.
Hey,
no. Yo, Kennedy. No, he not gonna fuck you up. He not gonna.
He didn't say anything bad.
But some of the questions that he was asking you, and some of the things he accused me of, were just not true. I'm just gonna tell you that. No, and he's trolling again. He's trolling again.
Listen,
but he made you hate me. He made you hate me.
I don't hate you.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Like he
I will
told.
walk off this podcast.
Nah, she said that. I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be the first one.
And he was like, yeah, that's fine. I said, no, it's not. Nigga, we got another hour, boy.
No, that's what happens when you gaslight.
Oh, just to get him? Okay, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
You got him hot.
Of course.
What?
Of course.
I was heated.
I will walk
That
off
was
this
beautiful
podcast.
dialogue.
When he said that was fine, I said, nigga, what?
Yeah, but
I said that's okay if I walk off.
listen, we're not politically correct here at Slick City Show. People want to leave, they want to leave. Just keep it a buck.
To be honest, we would have kicked him off before he kicked you off.
That's fine.
It was okay with me leaving. I was like, you
But we're Grayson High School family here. Even though there are
He
some.
hates Grayson High School.
I don't hate Grayson High School.
How
I hate.
you feel about Coach Joffrey Pierce, the loser?
Hey, guess what?
Hey, yo.
It's that.
Yeah. Oh no. You want to? Hey, look, if we want to get into that, go. No, because I know there's some. Listen, bro.
Hold on, let me tell you something, all right?
No. But
We had Grayson High School boys on here. They were saying they were gonna win state because they believed it. But their coach got mad because he didn't believe it. He ain't like them saying it, all right? So listen.
He's such a liar.
Whoa, what he lies on?
Yeah, tell him.
No, that's family stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot with Grayson High School.
He promised y'all victories because he promised Grayson a victory.
Both my brothers got him victories at certain points.
He did not deliver on his end of the
at
bargain.
all.
Sure.
I played. Oh shit!
Jesus, no.
Would you say that he
ableist right now?
I don't even know what that is.
Would you say that he looks like Coach Pierce?
I liked you a minute ago. Don't fuck it up.
He doesn't.
Right?
He doesn't.
He doesn't?
No.
Thank you.
Gotcha. Can you do us a favor really quick here?
No,
You won't?
Wave check.
Yeah, okay. Well, if he takes his do-rag off, he looks like a carbon copy of Joffrey Pierce.
Now that you're like putting it in my head, like I don't want to see it.
Yeah, please. Yeah. See,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I need your glasses.
Keep focused on
It's
that.
like, no.
All right, but listen, y'all like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, Gerald. This was actually supposed to be a redemption arc because listen, the next episodes of this nigga. All right.
And we might have to have another woman on the podcast this week because
You know what I'm about to say.
We are in. End the podcast, please.
So
Bitches gonna be bitches.
No, listen. All my Christians and all my Nigerians, if y'all need the Addy, I am selling it.
Wow,
for $100
that is wild.
You gotta do at least a band.
That is wild.
A bandy. Listen.
I'll go ahead and I'll leak Holla's phone number.
And they don't care about me. I ain't say they sold their people.
Care about me?
Bread.
Wait, he's gaslighting.
You didn't say West Africans sold their people like sliced bread?
I said like pieces of bread. Yo, also shout out to I'm sorry, what's your name again? El Chisum. Absolutely no disrespect. Absolutely no disrespect. It's all love.
He also said jollof rice is trash.
All right, man. Go ahead. Comment, subscribe, whatever.
We're gonna see y'all later. Peace.